Vive con Huevos.
What's up, guys? My name is Mario.
My name's Geezus.
My name's Pau.
Welcome back to the Vive con Huevos podcast, episode number 45,
Hey.
aka our 1 year anniversary.
We have a new friend today.
We do. We have two new friends
Well, we
today.
do have-
But before we introduce them, we have a happy anniversary shot. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And
That was a dobel.
That was good.
It was good.
all
There
right,
you go.
I got
Take
gout.
this away from me.
I got gout.
All right. Gotta situate our friend here.
Thanks, my guy.
Put this on the floor. What's up, guys? Today we have a very special. We're celebrating a very special occasion. It is our 1 year anniversary.
It is.
We dropped Thanksgiving a year ago. So not exactly on a Tuesday, it was a Thursday, but it was Thanksgiving,
Yes.
which was an unexpected drop. I don't know if I ever told you guys how that story went.
I'm having issues with our
I know.
It's
It's your big ass dildo.
For our audio listeners,
Yeah.
Pau's holding
Oh,
up
yeah.
a big black.
And a big bag.
But you
dildo.
should be watching.
She's.
You should be watching on YouTube though.
Yeah, she should. They should. Pal's got a BBC.
No, it's a 1 year one. It's a balloon.
It's a number one
Balloon.
balloon,
Yeah.
but it does look like a big
BBC.
black dick.
Big black cock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I put him back
Whoa, anyways,
There was
este
too much going on.
episodio viene con alarma.
That tequila shot hit
For
you.
real, fuck. One shot Pau in the house. But before we introduce our guests, I have a little story.
there. Third time.
Our podcast a year ago was not supposed to drop on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh.
It
why?
was a miscommunication between me and Pat
Oh.
of when I was going to drop it. I was going to drop it the week after Thanksgiving. And I don't know how that got mixed up between me and Pat in our text messages. And he dropped the episode is now up and live. But by the time
Oh.
by the
Why
time-
didn't I know this?
by the time I noticed, it had already been like a few hours. And everyone was asking me,
Where's the pod?
where's the pod? So I was like, well, fuck it. It's Thanksgiving. Everyone's at home, not doing shit. So,
Yeah.
and then that's the story of the first episode.
The more you
The
know.
more you know.
I didn't even know that.
Oh,
You know, I
And
actually
I live
just
with the
listened.
guy.
Yeah, I just listened to the episode. I felt like crying the whole time. But
Yeah.
it is a very powerful
Everybody
episode.
said that. They were like, I
Yeah.
was just depressed.
Yeah.
I was like, I know.
But I had a lot on my chest to get out. And hence the name, Men Don't Go to Therapy, We Start Podcast.
Yeah.
So if you haven't listened, pause.
A year later,
go
he's
to
still not
episode
going to
1.
therapy.
Yeah, a year later, still not going to therapy. But you know what? We're a year here,
But he has a
you-
podcast.
and everybody knows my issues.
Yeah. This is true.
So this is a form of therapy. Thank you. This is a form of therapy.
It is. I agree.
But anyways, guys, before I start going down
before we start crying,
before we start crying, before the tequila hits, we have a very special guest. Our guest today, you've heard me shout him out various times in maybe the past few episodes. I don't think there's an episode now that I don't say his name. He has been a great supporter these past few months. I think since we've virtually met, because today is actually the first time that we actually meet in person.
He passed the vibe check.
He did pass the vibe check. I don't invite anybody over to our humble household and podcast unless we vibe. That is a note for all you guys wanting to be
A
on the pod.
requirement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Jesus said.
And it takes a really long time to find.
Honestly,
a fan
yeah.
podcast. It's
So-
been
We
a
actually-
long time coming.
we actually met episode 2.
Yeah. Most of you guys may have seen his videos. TikTok, he's very popular. If you haven't, on our couch today, we have our boy Tom Cruise. Our boy Andy Canchola in the house, in the building. It is a pleasure to have you here, boy. Cheers, my
Thank
man.
you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Baby,
Cheers.
you're cheersing
Yeah, I'm
virtually because
cheersing.
then
Cheers.
then we
With
get
my
two
heart.
then we get two shot Pau, and we have another episode to record after this. She's technically still on work. She's technically still working. So Nobody knows it.
On
Shut
the
the fuck up,
DL.
bitch.
I actually took the half day today.
Thank you,
to be
Jesus.
here.
Thank you. Honestly,
This
that's
is why we love our co-host.
Yeah,
You know what's crazy? I thought it was crazy how you set up AI Jesus.
it's crazy, huh? The green screen.
Yeah, bro. Like
Yeah.
that was really interesting.
Yeah, it gets a little uncomfortable when you're sitting on the sheet, so just be
Well,
careful.
I don't know where to look at.
Yeah. More to your right.
Oh,
Yeah, there we
okay,
go. Like
okay.
that, yeah,
It's so weird.
Yeah, just don't extend your arm because then he'll like.
Yeah, no.
He'll like
Yeah.
That's so weird. That was cool though.
Yeah. But thank you so much, Andy. I know it's been a long time coming. You really have. I really do want to take the time and give you the flowers for being such a great supporter, and that's part of probably the biggest reason I should say of why I invited you onto to our 1 year anniversary, because you have shown. Your dildo is like going crazy, baby.
It went limp.
Yeah, it went limp.
We're gonna have to
Limp
get
dick
rid of
over here.
dildo. Everybody say bye, dildo.
Bye,
Bye,
dildo.
dildo. Part of the reason, or the majority of the reason why I invited Andy is because he's been a very great supporter since we met. Honestly, he's the first like I see, whether it's a story, whether if it's a post on
our
TikTok,
personal and
Instagram.
on our
Yeah,
business.
so
You're just showing me I'm on my phone way too much.
dude, honestly, you
gotta
should see
work
my
on your
screen
screen
time.
time.
You should see my screen time. But actually, you know what? In this segment, fuck.
Imagine everybody show your screen time.
Damn. Pause.
But thank you very much.
Yeah, we really do appreciate all the support and love that
Do.
you've been showing us.
And for driving down over here.
And that is
Yeah.
We always appreciate the drive because we know that it's a sacrifice at the end of the day.
No, it's fun. I mean, I really like your guys' podcast, the setup. I mean, I feel like I messaged you. I'm like, hey, you guys did a good job on this one,
Yeah.
and you guys did a great job. So yeah,
I really
happy to be
Yeah,
here.
I love the feedback. I love the feedback, and that goes to anybody that listens to us and has anything to tell us. Like, I don't take it bad, because at the end of the day, the content that we're putting out is for you guys. Like, it is for us, but at the end of the day, it's also for your guys' entertainment. So whenever there is like any feedback, whether if it's like I'm talking too much or there's not enough comadreando or Jesus isn't talking too much, or, whatever it is, I appreciate the feedback because it lets me. It helps me structure the podcast in a different way versus just all loosey goosey and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just posting the post at that point, you know?
Like the guy that commented that you're on Paulina's leash.
Yeah.
Costume.
Which is actually my football coach from high school.
Loves to talk shit, huh?
Loves to talk shit. But anyway, Andy, thank you so much, my dude. You are amazing. But for the people who don't know who Andy is, let's give a little brief introduction. I know I said Tom Cruise, but it's only because you're like you really like him. You thoroughly, and we'll get into a little bit.
Yeah, I don't really like them.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Hey, whoa.
You just wear them on your chest. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I just got this randomly.
Scientology, yeah.
Hey, not this podcast.
They'll cancel you real
For
quick.
reals. You're gonna get followed.
Yeah, for low key. Anyways, I love Scientology.
Me too. You're gonna get him in trouble. But yeah, I do love him as much as I know people always talk shit about him.
Yeah.
But his movies are great.
His movies are good.
I like his movies.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like
for
his
the
movies
first
too.
time, and Bao had never seen
Top Gun.
Yeah,
Top Gun. Yeah,
Mission
sorry, I
Impossible.
fucking blanked out. I was like
Actually,
thinking of all
I
of them.
haven't seen it.
What? None of them?
Pretty good.
I wanted to
Jesus.
watch Maverick, but I want like, no, I need to watch the first one first.
Yeah, so-
I know the memes, but
You don't need to.
Yeah.
But it just makes it more like emotionally invested.
yeah, I have to.
Bro,
So,
I cried.
That's what I was gonna say. I made Bao watch both of them. And at the end of Maverick, she cried. And I was like, are you crying right now? She goes, it's because I understand. Yeah.
I get it.
I was like,
Yeah.
man, that was sad. Broke my heart.
Yeah, I used to watch
But
it
it
a
was
lot.
a good movie. I really liked
Yeah,
it.
that's actually one of my dad's favorite movies is Top Gun. And it's actually Mario fact of the day. I wanted to be a pilot when I was little because my dad would watch Top Gun so much.
That's the exact
Yeah.
same reason for me too.
Really?
Yeah.
But then I learned you had to have like 20/20 vision.
Dude,
and,
same, dude. Fuck. You
I
grow
was
up,
like,
you're
well,
like, I'm
listen.
gonna be a pilot, and you're like, oh, but you need to see good. Like, never mind.
yeah. Well, yeah. See, the way my eyes work is they don't.
And you need to be skinny. Who knew?
Wow, I didn't know that one actually.
Yeah, there's like a weight
It's a
thing.
weight
You have
thing,
to
yeah.
The
physical
height,
test
you
and all
can't-
that.
You can't be tall. You
How
can't-
tall can you be?
Well, like certain jets, of course, for the bigger like C-130,
Yeah.
C-17s, you could be like any size. But for the jets, you need to be like a certain like height and weight.
Height? Oh,
That makes
shit.
sense. Well, because they're small, right? So you
Yeah.
can't be like, oh,
Interesting.
Do I fit?
I'm sure there's some you do.
You were about
and
to say
there's
you
some-
don't, huh?
Okay, I don't
That's
think
fucked
so,
up.
But I was thinking of like the Blue Angels, you know? Like
Yeah.
I don't think
They
I
are,
really don't
yeah.
think so.
Now
It's
that
for
I,
the short kings.
Yeah. Well,
Well-
we need to go to the Midway. They let you sit in a jet. We'll be right back.
yeah,
Bye. Field trip.
I didn't know that.
As you do, you interrupted his intro.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
my bad.
we just kept talking. We're just having so much fun.
We're just vibing here.
Yeah.
Another
I
I
shot.
know, but I always have to reel him back. Let him give you your intro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you?
just-
I know that's always a weird question to
yeah.
like,
I was like-
answer, but you can give like I know we talked about it
So
before the podcast.
I'm going to
by the way.
segue into, because you said you wanted to be a pilot, because it's funny because Top Gun made me want to either be a pilot or an actor. So I remember I went to school and I was like, hey, like, you know, when in high school, they're like, what do you want to do? I was like,
Yeah.
well, I want to be an actor, but I also want to be a pilot. And my counselor was like, what? Like, I don't even know what to do with you. So he's like, one's this way, one's the other way. So, but I guess I'm closer to being an actor than a pilot.
Yeah.
I mean, I have flown a plane before, but it was just for like,
Impressive.
yeah,
When-
it was for. I was like a little kid. It was like a little kid program, and like he gave me the Cessna. And, like
Yeah.
it was fucking scary, but it was cool.
Fuck, you know the names and everything. I was like, what the
I
fuck's
know.
a
Oh, dude,
Cessna,
yeah.
dog?
Well, so it's funny because exactly. So Top Gun was my dad's favorite movie. We would watch it all the time. So that just made me want to learn like planes and like all that stuff. So
That's cool.
the only
but-
thing I did was disappoint my dad. So
same.
Pause. Episode 1.
Hey, go back right now. Yeah, no, dude. My dad's like, yeah, look, that would have been you up there. I'm like, yeah, right. He's like, now you're making YouTube videos and TikToks. I'm like,
hey, Jesus, hug him.
hold me. No, but yeah, I mean, I love making videos,
Yeah.
acting, TikToks, movie reviews, everything.
Which is how I found you, was through your movie reviews. Well, not found you, but like how we started like
Yeah.
interacting virtually. I think it was through TikTok. I honestly don't remember how it happened. And like half of
I
the
don't
time
either.
when I like have the guest on, like I
It
don't.
was just so natural.
Yeah.
But it's funny because sometimes you guys like talk about movies and I feel like you guys don't know the movies. And I'm like, it's this movie. Like,
I'm not great at that.
Yeah. And I'm really bad with names. AI Jesus is probably the one that knows like the most.
I know movies. My favorite Tom Cruise is Edge of Tomorrow.
that's a great one.
You know which movie I think is a very underrated movie? Is it Minority Report?
Yeah, that's a great
I
one.
really like that movie.
Yeah. You know that's something they're trying to do now?
No way.
Like trying to pre-crime like that
Really?
stuff. Yeah.
have you ever
It's-
seen it, baby?
I don't think so.
It's a really good movie.
I feel like I've seen it, but I just don't remember the plot.
Yeah, like I know
so-
the name, so like maybe, but I don't
So,
remember.
again, correct me if I'm wrong, man, Andy. This is so if I remember, because I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah.
But if I remember it, like he's part of like a crime unit.
Yeah.
But before a crime happens, there's like these set of triplets or twins that like kind of like see the future in a way, and then like this ball rolls down that's like a memory or like a foreshadow of the future, and like Tom Cruise has like these gloves where he's like,
Oh, I've definitely never seen
and like watching, and they're all trying to figure out like
Oh,
what
and-
part of, like, let's say it's San Diego, right? They're like, oh, it's like, oh look, Barrio Logan's in the background, maybe it's this street, and
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
this
they see
house,
into the future.
yeah, they basically see in the future before like the tragedy
crime.
happened, the crime
Yeah.
happens, and then he goes, and it's like they have like maybe like a few seconds before it's like actually going to happen to like stop whatever it is, and then they arrest the person.
So who does the government have that they can see into the future if they're already working?
I don't know.
Someone in Antarctica. No.
Well, supposedly it's like they're just doing like mathematics and they're trying to see like there's a lot of crime in this area, so
Yeah.
we're supposed to have something here and like just things like that. It's interesting, but
Yeah.
Makes sense.
unless
Yes,
they do have
work.
someone.
It's like
conspiracy.
Westworld. Have you seen Westworld?
I
all of
haven't, but I know about it.
Watch it. Oh, well, I guess then never mind. For those that have seen Westworld, it's kind of similar where
Yeah.
they pretty much, there's a point in the show where AI pretty much determines your life. Like, oh,
Got it. Yeah.
the government said you were going to be this by the time you were this age, and yeah, you became that. You know, things like that.
Do you think there's ever going to be a day where like AI just takes over, and we just live here?
Yes.
I think it's already there.
Terminator.
Jesus.
That's what I was.
AI
Jesus,
Jesus.
AI?
Skynet.
I know we do have a co-host.
Skynet.
Bad
Yeah.
Bunny, AI song.
Okay, Have you heard it?
Yeah, no, I haven't heard. Well, which one? I feel like there's
a
Well,
new
the newest
one.
one, Nostalgia.
There's a newest AI song that
fucking
came out, and
banger,
like
dude.
he started talking shit, right?
Yeah, that one. And honestly, it's kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie.
If you say you didn't like it, you're a liar. Because then you wouldn't have liked Un Verano Sin Ti. Like, it's all on the same
vibe.
Know?
Damn.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Have you heard his new album?
Most of it.
How do you? Are you like a?
I'm not a diehard.
Oh, okay.
Like I like his music. Like
Yeah.
I like twerking to it, but like I'm like, yeah. I mean, it was a good album, but I feel like I couldn't really dance to any of these songs. So I was like,
no, very trap.
Next.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
very traditional, old school Bad Bunny. Like if you liked Bad Bunny and like his creepy kush era,
Before that,
yeah, then I think you would have enjoyed this.
So shout out to my homie Easy.
Yeah.
He showed me the tricky. Dude, I was like, he was like, bro, this guy's gonna be the next big thing. I was like, no, he's not. Like, how dumb is this? Like, I was like,
That's,
really?
I actually
Okay,
hated
well
that
this
song.
podcast is now over. Yeah.
no.
Fuck this one year.
No, exactly. But I was like, no, this is horrible, dude. This isn't gonna hit. 2-3 years later, he was like the biggest artist in the world, and like I was like, my bad, bro, you're right.
Which
I'm over here like yo perreo solo.
Which is funny. Like I very much enjoyed Un Verano Sin Ti and like the reggaeton style albums. But when those were out, I would tell Pau, I was like, I miss Trap Bunny. Because that to me, I'm a diehard fan, Bad Bunny fan. Diehard Bad Bunny. That was a mouthful. Fuck. Diehard Bad Bunny fan. I had him in SoundCloud. Like that's how much I liked him.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So to me, this album like felt like it weeded out all like the non-fans. Yeah.
It definitely did, but I feel like I liked the album. I'm not starting to like his attitude very much. Like I feel like he's getting a little snarky. And
It's
I'm
the
like,
Kardashian curse.
That's why
It
you don't.
is the fucking Kardashian.
That's why you don't follow his real life. You just follow his music,
His
and
music.
that's it.
Yeah, I guess because I do like after this AI song came out. I don't know if you guys saw that it like blew up. That he sent like there's like a WhatsApp for his fans, and he like sent all these messages. And he was like, "Si te gustó la canción, no vengas a mi tour," and like just like like just being like a little like.
But don't
I
you
don't know, full
like,
of it.
Like not to play devil's advocate, but don't you think like at his level,
But don't act that way.
Yeah.
Like, don't act like an asshole. Like, it was a cool song, whatever. Like, move on. Fucking sue the guy if you don't want the song to come out. Like, I don't know. But you don't have to be a dick to your fans. And I guess that's where I come from. Like, I understand if you want to be, like, an asshole to the guy that brought out the song and, like, say your piece of, like, mind. But just don't be rude to your fans. Like, if your fan fucking liked it. Like, it sounds a lot like a song that would have been on his album. Like, Un Verano Sin Ti or something, you know? So just be like...
What about you, Geezus?
I haven't heard it.
No? Do we hear it right now?
You can try to look for it. What about you?
It's on
Just
Tiki
have you? How do you feel about the new album?
I love the album.
Really?
Like starting with the first song, I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Like he was just talking about everything, and
Like
I'm into that shit.
like venting.
It was like it reminded me of kind of like how Eminem used to rap, like just about
Like
his
talk
life,
rap?
like talk like his life and like just talk, calling people out, this and that.
Yeah.
When I first heard the first song, I was like waiting the entire like 3 minutes for the drop, and I was just in my
I
car
know.
like,
I know.
okay, it's coming,
then
it's
it
coming.
just ends.
I've never gotten blue balls that bad.
The whole album, like track 10, like it's coming. I swear, we're almost there. Yeah.
Did you find it, baby?
I did.
Okay, we're gonna listen.
Oh, what the?
Are you connected
Something's
to,
wrong
like,
with my...
She doesn't have YouTube Premium.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where you twerk. Wait, so I guess I haven't been on top of it.
Hold on. Because this is the good part. Oh,
Is it TikTok?
yeah.
Buffering.
no, it's still going, but like the sound stopped.
That's weird.
So
So yeah, it's a very like
so
un verano sin ti, but-
so obviously I haven't been on top of it because my girlfriend brought it up and I was kind of confused, but now that you guys bring it up, it's like, oh, so someone took out a song using his voice or using
On
AI,
AI.
yeah, on
Uh-huh.
AI, yeah.
and I'm assuming he got mad and this and that.
Yeah, so I don't know what the rules are with like AI and music and like using people's voices. I feel like AI is still such a gray area.
Yeah.
Because they would have shut this down really quick if
Yeah.
it was like illegal. I really don't know. I haven't done my research, but
the thing about AI too is someone actually wrote the song. They just used his voice, like they put it in their lyrics or whatever, and they're like, "Make Bad Bunny say this." So that's where it gets kind of
AI
like
didn't write it.
Yeah, no, AI does the voice.
Yeah.
Maybe they did, but
Yeah.
I don't know what they did with this song. But I know a lot of times people write their own song, but they make other people sing it. Yeah,
Like
sound
from
of
my
the voice.
understanding, I had the same understanding as Andy, where it was, you know, those where you can like change your voice into like
yes, exactly.
into Obama or whatever.
Oh,
but,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like that.
So, I mean, that's the whole thing about like the whole actors strike with the SAG. Like
That they just finished, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like a month ago.
Yeah. Oh,
Or like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For the listeners. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you for that. I was like, what?
No, but
Sorry.
No, but yeah, exactly, because they want, like, I'm just thinking me, like I've been an extra in like stuff, and like they want to take out extras pretty much.
Really?
They want to like scan their
I
face.
did hear that. Yeah.
They want to scan their face and just have you in a database and just use you whenever they want. So they can be like, "Hey, I saw you in a Marvel movie." I was like, "I was never in a Marvel movie," and they just want to pay you like one time.
Literally Black Mirror, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Which sucks for like an upcoming actor because like how else do you find like the next Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
If it's not
Exactly.
through an extra.
And that's what like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, that's how they could pretty much make their way up. They were extras on a movie called Field of Dreams. And then they met other people, and then they started making movies, started talking to people, and then that's how you really network.
Yeah.
And especially on movie sets, like you network when you're an extra.
Yeah.
So that's what sucks. I mean, but now it's over, so we'll see.
Now
I think they came up to an agreement, but I don't know what it is exactly.
So 2025 is finally going to be filled with movies because
Yeah, no, 2024. 2024 might be slow. We're gonna.
It's
so
gonna be slow because of the.
yeah, last time this happened, it was all reality shows the next year.
oh.
So get ready for Love Is Blind season 3 and 4 and 5.
You know what I saw today, and I was actually like super interested in. But I'm assuming the AI. Speaking of AI, they created it through AI. Was an Iron Man, but it was Iron Man's daughter. I need to try to find it.
Like his
Iron
His
Man's
daughter becomes Iron Man, and what's
like from the movie or from the comics?
from the movie.
Okay.
And then Happy gives his daughter like a USB per se, and it's like has like all these memories of Iron Man, and it's like, oh, I remember, like, what's your last memory of me? And it's the "I Love You 3000" scene. And I'm like,
That's cool.
yeah.
So it's like a short film or what? Or what?
No, so I'm assuming it's AI, and it was one of those like TikToks where like everything's zoomed in, like you don't really, yeah. So it was fake, but like honestly, like I was watching the trailer like as if it was an actual trailer, and I was like, I would totally watch this shit,
Dude, there's some really great stuff out there. Like that people create. I'm like, how did you make that? Like,
Yeah.
That's sick. Well, like, did you know who the original Iron Man was supposed to be?
Tom
No.
Cruise.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
They had originally wrote like a movie with him.
Yeah.
And like, but he kind of said no because he wanted to show more of his face. And then once he said no, Marvel Studios became a thing. My bad. Marvel Studios became a thing. And then they made Robert Downey Jr.
I didn't know that.
For Doctor Strange, supposedly they were supposed to make Tom Cruise the alternative Tony Stark or something
Yep.
like that. But I guess it never happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
And then Joaquin Phoenix was supposed to be the original Doctor Strange.
Wow.
Oh damn!
They were gonna make another version of Doctor Strange too. I know too many movie things. I'm sorry.
Oh, I mean that's your thing.
Yeah.
That's your thing. That's what you're passionate about, which is
No.
I was like, what was that? I didn't even want to turn around.
You're like, oh no.
Yeah. So yesterday, 2 weeks for the listeners, I cleaned a morgue.
What the fuck?
Yes, I cleaned the carpets, but
That's still scary.
yeah. Okay, so
That's what I said. I was like, you can't come into my house.
You did the
Yeah.
sage like
I did. I messaged.
I did
messaged,
actually. I staged this morning.
Yeah, I
was like,
messaged
need
Pau
to
and my
stage
suegra,
all
and I
this
was
out.
like, hey, I took a picture of a coffin that they were like getting ready,
oh shit.
and I texted him. I was like, hey, when I get home, please sage. But it is pretty scary. What was I talking about before this? How did I get into this?
I don't know.
I know we kind of
he
went all over
said the movie
place.
thing.
We were talking about
That's
Bad
your
Bunny.
thing. You're into movies, and then
Well,
you
why you
said,
think
Oh,
of-
we went from Bad Bunny to AI.
To AI to Tom Cruise.
Well, I was gonna ask him.
Was something
So
sparked
I know
that.
you do a lot of movie reviews. Do you typically go to the premieres, or do you wait a couple days? Or
Yeah. I mean,
how do you decide
unfortunately,
that?
I'm from Yuma, so like there's nothing happening out there. So I literally go like Thursday night to go watch the movie. I go home, record, and then like release it the next day.
Oh, shit.
Not like other people like out here that there's like a premiere on a Tuesday or the
like
week before or whatever. But yeah, dude, I have to like do it like that day,
like
because
instantly.
then it becomes old. Like,
Yeah.
Do you go to the one in downtown, that theater?
No, I have gone, but I go to Harkins. out there.
Harkins?
Yeah.
Okay, I think there's like 2 theaters in
There's
Yuma,
2
right?
theaters in Yuma. Yeah, exactly.
I remember.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't catch on, Andy's
yeah.
from Yuma.
Yeah.
Shout out Yuma, Arizona. You know who you are. You
and-
humans.
Human. When you first said that, like before the pod, I
Is
was
that
like,
really what you guys are called?
Yeah, humans.
yeah, I was like, did Andy just refer to himself as a human?
Are you AI?
So
It's half the couches.
yeah,
in
half
there.
of the couch is just green screen. But how did you like getting into all that? Like, how did you start with the movie reviews and
Dude, I mean, like it was like, you know when they say you need to make content of stuff you love?
Yeah.
Like, and it's just that. I love making skits. I love acting. I love doing that. I love movies. Like that's what I do with my friends. Like we go watch a movie. We spend like an hour outside the movie theater talking about what we just saw. I'm not a big I know a lot about comics, but I haven't read a lot of comics. So when I talk to my friends, like I know a lot about the movies, but not about the comics or for Marvel or DC. So I'm like, hey, like, why did this happen? They're like, oh, because of this and this. I'm like, oh, interesting. Yeah. So for movies, I know a lot, but for comic books, and that's why I love talking about movies. And that's what I feel like. I don't know if you guys do this, but when we go watch movies, I feel like after the movie, I'm like, how did I feel? Like, do I want to watch that movie again? Like, what happened? What can they continue from here? So, yeah, so that's the reason why.
I guess that's that. I'm like, is there gonna be another one?
Yeah.
gonna
yeah,
happen in
about
the
does that. Jesus is like my my go-to person when it comes to like Marvel or like Star
Harry
Wars.
Potter.
Yeah, I'm like, hey Jesus, like why the fuck this happened? And like he'll explain the whole ass like movie. to
Like,
me.
if you go 4 movies back.
yeah,
Like,
that's exactly what Jesus does.
When it comes to like movies, sometimes I feel like when I get out of movies, sometimes I feel like there's a movie high after, because maybe I enjoyed it that night, but then later I start thinking about it. You know what?
Was it that good?
No, yeah, it was a little off here and there.
Yeah.
Maybe because I was just too fanboying this and that. Kind of like, for example, like the Last Jedi. I thought it was a good movie, but then after I started thinking about it and like I
It's
rewatched
horrible.
it, I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
It's not the best, but you know what? It's Star Wars, so I like it.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah, no, and that's what's hard about my movie reviews, that like I just have that one watch and then it's just like, all right, let's go record. Like, how did I feel? I do like talking about it a little bit with like whoever I go with, like my wife or my cousin or my brother, and then like I'm like, okay, did they felt the same way or they felt completely different than what I do? I feel like I'm a hard critic. My wife is like, oh my God, I loved it. Like, I'm like, ugh, like you really like this part? Like, but it's fun. But yeah, I didn't like the last. It's funny. She's a big Star Wars fan. So when I have questions about Star Wars, I go to her or her cousin, which is, and then I'm like, hey, why did this happen? And they're like, oh, well, because of this. I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks.
Because this many midichlorians.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Force,
Exactly.
you know, things like that.
But
Nerds.
but it's funny. I can't watch TV shows.
Really?
I'm horrible at watching TV shows. My favorite show ever in the world is Smallville. I haven't finished it.
I don't know if I ever watched that.
I remember that show.
Oh,
I
okay.
just-
It's about Superman.
I was about to say it's about like
it's like his
superheroes, right?
upbringing.
Yeah.
Like the first 4 years are him, like freshman year through senior, and then when he grows up.
but
Okay.
it's like one of those like it's like a teen
Yeah,
show.
it's a CW show.
Oh,
Like,
okay, yeah.
Before it was before
It's just like
CW.
a bunch of hot people, you know, acting this and that, you know.
Yeah.
What about like shows that you can't like?
I think just
through.
like the longevity of it.
Oh,
like
okay.
I like watching a movie because you get the beginning, middle, and end, and then you're
It's
done.
done.
Like within an hour and a half.
Yeah, exactly. With the show, you're like, you watch and then it leaves you in a cliffhanger, and they're like, damn it, I have to watch 4 more hours of this until we get to the end. But I mean, I do watch it. I'm not saying I don't watch any show, but
Okay.
I feel like it just has to be really, really like captive to me. Like I
Yeah.
have to really watch it. Like,
And there's really like no one show where you're like, oh hell yeah, I can. Like,
well, it's
binge
funny, like Reacher. I don't know if you guys seen Reacher.
Yeah.
I loved Reacher. What was another show? Like the superhero shows on. Yeah, they're
The
like,
Boys?
No, the boy. I love
Yeah,
the
well,
boys.
we watched the boys.
Oh,
we know
we
that
did
one.
watch
Yeah.
The Boys, yeah.
Invincible.
Did the new season come out yet?
Invincible started. Not
Invincible.
The Boys. Gen V did.
The Boys had a prequel come out. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay.
But
The
they're
girls.
saying there's good. It's called like Gen V. Yeah, right.
Well, no, it's during it's like right after
Oh.
season 3.
Oh,
so you need to watch Gen V to go into season 4, and then they say season 4 is gonna lead into Gen V season 2.
Oh,
shit. Yeah.
So I need to watch
I
it.
didn't
Yeah.
realize
Gen
all
V.
that happened.
Damn, that's a lot of TV watching though.
And that's my problem
We
too.
hella watch a lot of TV though. So.
Yeah, we do, but I have an issue with like, let's say for example, like all the Marvel stuff, like all the new like TV shows that are like on Disney Plus. I don't like watching because now it's like, dude, now I gotta watch like 24 hours of TV to get this one movie that's coming out in the next few months.
Dude.
And then that's where Jesus comes in.
Yeah, Loki
Bro,
season 2,
yeah.
you gotta finish it because season finale just came out.
We're barely
well,
like
2
on
weeks ago.
episode 3 of season 1.
That's me.
Yeah.
I haven't finished them. I finished WandaVision. I think that's it.
You should watch Loki.
What was the other show?
It's just okay. I'll
Moon
admit there's too many shows for Marvel,
yes.
but Loki is one of them that you should watch. I feel that one's movie quality.
Okay. Okay. And I do like Tom Hiddleston, so
I guess sometimes we don't have anything to watch.
Yeah.
We can give it another chance.
Loki's the one you should watch.
okay.
I just feel like now it's getting way too deep. And then Bao's a very like typical like, what does this mean? What do you mean by that? Why did they grab that? And like I don't have the answer anymore. And now I'm like, fuck. Now Jesus has to move in.
Wait, but does she ask during or after?
Oh, I asked her.
During.
Ah, okay, got it.
It's because if I ask
Hey,
after, I
ooh.
forget.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so then I'm like, what
Just
did I
write it
wanna
down.
ask?
Yeah.
Right.
What about
I literally will text Jesus. Like we're watching it, and I'm like, "Hey," la, 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 and then he'll text back, and I'm like, "All right, cool, I got it." So I stopped asking him because he
That's
never
funny.
knows anymore. So I'm like,
yeah,
"All right,
now
I'm just gonna
it's
go
good.
straight
Like,
to the source."
There's like too many facts now, and I'm just like, I don't know, dude. Just text Jesus.
And it's so funny because my wife though, she loves TV shows. So like she's watching Smallville, for example, right now. She's like, she started like 2-3 weeks ago and she's already on season 6. There's 10 seasons. So I'm like, I don't know how you do it. Like, but she's like, oh, it's because I'm like getting ready and I'm watching it, or I'm like,
Bao's the same way.
but for me, I feel like I have to like watch it.
Yeah.
Like if not, I lost something or something happened.
Yeah, and you definitely do. I'm very much the like background noise TV watcher, and I'll like put something on when I'm working, and I seriously will finish an entire series while I'm working.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, I kind of remember what happened. I watched it, but like I
Yeah.
didn't really watch it. You know, like there's so many details I probably missed.
That just reminded me the other day. I don't know what I was thinking. I decided I've been watching this anime One Piece.
wait, the live action?
No, the regular one.
got
So
it.
I watched
Oof.
the live action, but the regular.
Got it.
So right now it's over 1,000 episodes.
Holy.
Yeah.
I'm like in episode 300.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
Jesus.
But I don't know why I thought that I can watch it in the background when it's in Japanese.
Oh, you have to read subtitles.
For some reason, I'm like, I can understand this, but like, I feel like at some points I can like, oh, okay, this is kind of going on, but like, I don't know why I'm thinking, oh, I can just watch this in the background.
By episode 600, Jesus is gonna know how to speak Japanese.
real.
He's gonna do the podcast in Japanese.
In Japanese, yeah, everyone
We
have
got
to
them.
just
Oh,
switch
this
it
is
all
us
up.
training AI Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, training him for Japanese.
We are, yeah. So
Your Japanese
little did
audience?
you guys know we're all moving to Japan in next year.
Our
I'm
goal
down.
is to train him in all the languages, and then we'll be able to release
Yeah.
our podcast.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
And worldwide, we're
All
going
around the world.
international.
Watch. He already knows Spanish. Watch. Hola, Jesus. ¿Cómo estás?
Hola, Andy.
It's perfect.
We could do
Yeah,
it. See?
yeah.
He's good.
That's all we need.
This is all we need.
Speaking of Japan, my algorithm on TikTok lately has been like all Japan.
Really?
Like that, like, but the convenience stores. Their convenience stores
Interesting.
are like, I just want to live in there. They
Oh,
have
well,
everything.
you're probably watching it. That's why it's your
Yeah,
algorithm.
because like I'm watching all these people like going into, it's like, come with me after work, and then like they get like like not a smoothie but like a drink, and the drink has like they go to this other aisle and they have a pouch where they fill it up with a strawberry drink, and then they get like spam musubi, a sushi roll, ramen, and they're just preparing it inside this like 7-Eleven, and they're just chilling, and it just looks so, it's so soothing when I watch those videos that it makes me want to live there.
Do you want to go to Japan?
I do.
Okay.
I do we want to go to Japan too. Let's
Really?
do a group
All
trip.
right. I'll
Let's
see you guys there
go.
next week.
Oh, you're going next
Yeah.
week?
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have it like that.
I don't either. I'm over here like looking at my bank account. Like,
I can barely get back to you.
I was actually hoping you guys can give me like $20 to go back home.
I don't know how much that will fill up your tank
For
here
my
in San Diego,
presence.
but
I know, right?
Facts. Yeah.
It's funny. My TikTok algorithm is only fucking. It's disgusting, right? But it's ingrown nails and pimples.
oh, I was about to say, what kind of?
No.
Whoa.
Because I just watch and I'm just like, ew, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
But then
But
I
you
just
keep
can't,
watching.
I just can't
Yeah.
stop watching.
Ingrown nails is definitely something that I'm guilty of watching a
Yeah.
lot. There's something so satisfying when they get to like
They're
they
then
they like pull it out. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's nasty, but it's like satisfying. Yeah.
It's
My
disgusting.
toe hurts.
Yeah.
Like I could feel it. The ones you also sent me is like the earwax removal.
Oh, those are so satisfying
Yes.
too. Oh,
I don't know how people let it get
Every
that
time
bad.
I watch one of those,
no.
I want to clean my I want to
Yeah.
go get my ears.
like it feels like they're
You're, like,
taking this
watching, like-
microphone out of their ear.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
bought a couple years ago. I bought one of those camera things. That
Oh,
you
did
go
you
into
really?
your ear.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, I've always used Q-tips, but
Yeah.
I've never actually went in there and cleaned everything. And that day was the most satisfying day ever when I took everything out of my earwax.
Do you still have it?
I was gonna ask.
I
you.
still have it. I haven't used it, but I generally try to clean my ears every day, anyways.
podcast segment.
Yeah.
For everybody just cleaning
Cleaning.
our ears.
And then you put the video into the podcast. All disgusting. Everyone's like, ew.
That is something I've been wanting to do. Is like clean my
Yeah.
ears like thoroughly.
And we make a
All
candle.
of a sudden, the Vive
But-
con Huevos TikTok is just earwax.
It's like, this is Pau's ears. This is Mario's ears. This is
We make
Jesus' ears.
Vive con Huevos candles, and then we start selling it
Ooh,
out of our earwax.
that's pretty dope.
Like fucking Shrek.
I'm gonna be so sad
Every
though.
guest that comes, we just need some earwax
yeah.
The Andy candle.
for our
Like
candle
every,
business. What the
That's
fuck?
pretty smart. I think people would buy it.
I don't.
As
Like
a
you
They'll
get-
buy weird shit.
like you guys get someone really famous, like just give us a little bit of earwax.
Yeah.
We'll sell your candle.
damn, imagine.
That'd be cool.
Like Tom Cruise comes and is like, "Hey, let me get your."
It's like a bunch. You're like,
Yeah.
Never mind. Put some back.
You need some of this back. Yeah, I'm gonna be so like sad, like if I'm cleaning my ear with that and like nothing comes out, or if it's like not as like I want it to be like those reels that I see.
Yeah. But
Like-
do
Yeah.
you?
No,
But do you?
No, but really no.
Yeah.
But I want it to be like I wanna hear colors.
Yeah.
Or like the people that have bugs.
Oh, bro.
Like
yeah.
I saw a lady that had a spider in her ear.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
she
I've
like
seen
literally
those.
was
Yeah.
crying when she was telling their story, and all I could think about is just the spider. I guess the spider was.
have you heard that thing that we swallow bugs at night when we
Yeah.
sleep?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like to think about it.
There's an actual like study of how many we.
Yeah,
we
like there's a
eat.
number. There's
Really?
an average
Yeah, there's an
number of
actual-
how
yeah.
many. You guys want to
Yeah.
know? I'm gonna look it up.
No,
I'm gonna look it
that's pretty nasty though. But that's cool. I mean, I can just imagine like all these doctors are like putting
Are you
something
looking
over
it
their
up?
mouth
Yeah.
now
Oh.
Yeah.
because they have to sleep with something over their mouth now. Because
After that,
we swallow 100 bugs a night.
that is interesting. Or like I always feel like maybe they get in your ear at night as well.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can just imagine how many people get it from like hotels.
Oh, I know. That's so gross. I can't. I can't.
I don't think about it when I go to hotels.
Yeah,
but-
me either.
But I know that it's there.
My wife is like, she like brings like, well, her mom too, because that's where she got it from. She like brings disinfecting spray. She like sprays the whole bed. She like,
I always do
"La
that.
sacudirla,"
Yeah, I
like,
always
yeah.
do that because it does gross me out.
And I'm
Or-
just like, just go to bed.
No.
Like,
I was recently in Costa Rica and I really thought like I was gonna like go into bed and there was gonna be a spider next to me or something because there was like random lizards in our room and stuff. So I was like, imagine I'm sleeping and there's just a lizard there. So I would get back to the room and I would just shake everything.
by the
Well,
way, I'm glad you made it back.
Oh, thank you.
When Mexico, when we were in Juliantla, there was we were in our room, and I just came back from showering and I entered the room, and then Pam just tells me, "Don't move." And
I would
then
be so
I was
fucking
like,
scared.
"Why?" It's like, "Look behind you. Tell me if that's real or not." And there's just so we see this spider,
Oh no.
but it's flat against the wall.
Oh,
So I'm
like stretched out.
no, like, so the thing is, I see a spider, right? I'm like, oh, that's just a painting, because the room had like paintings, like a Hummer, things like that.
A painting that was that big.
So it was like this big, maybe.
Oh
Fuck
shit!
And I was like, that looks like a painting. And she's like, I was like, I'm not sure, because like it looks flat. And then like I'm like, are you sure? And I look at it, and I was like, it does look flat, but like it also looks a little 3D-ish. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna throw paper at it. And then I start messing with it, and yeah, it starts moving.
Oh,
And apparently, it took us like an hour to kill it.
Oh my god! I would have just
Goddamn.
left. I would.
It was like a big,
burned the room down.
you know, the
Yeah.
Harry Potter spider that comes out, that big
Oh
one.
no!
Yeah.
It was one of those, but like small. And apparently, the next morning we found out that those can flatten out against the walls. and but they're friendly. They kill like scorpions and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But
that.
Ain't no friendly spider in my book. Kill them all.
We fucking killed that shit. We're like, we did not know what it was. That was the scariest thing ever.
I'd rather kill a spider though, and put if you put a mouse in front of me, bro. Oh heck no!
I'm a little bitch when you.
No, but the thing is, like, it looked like it wasn't as thick as a tarantula, but like, it was just thick, like it was just big.
Well, this podcast is over.
Well, so it's funny. There's in Yuma, I'm pretty sure around here now too, because I guess during the Iraqi war, soldiers would bring something that was like indigenous to Iraq or the Middle East, and it's like a scorpion spider like hybrid.
I've seen those. Yeah.
And
why would you bring that?
They brought it because they're like, oh, it's a pet or whatever. So now they just started inhabiting like Arizona or Yuma, like in an area. And like, I guess it might be out here too. But yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Remind me to never go to Yuma.
Damn.
Don't worry, I live in the good part.
Yeah, they don't go. No spiders.
All right, as long as there's no spiders.
No. My house is somewhat clean.
So I found it. Well, I don't know if this is true or not. What says an average person eats up to 1 pound of flies, maggots, and other bugs accidentally each year.
Maggots.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say a night.
No.
1 pound of
No wonder
bugs.
I'm fat.
Where do
I'm not
people-
fat because I eat a lot. It's all these
It's all these
accidental
fucking
bugs.
bugs. Yeah,
They're fucking
see?
coming in my room.
But
The
like,
fuck?
imagine how much a pound of bugs is.
Yeah.
Like flies, maggots, and what else? Those are tiny. They don't weigh.
And
they
other
weigh
bugs.
Nothing.
That's true. That is a lot.
And like maggots, we don't have maggots here. We're not eating maggots.
Well, it's
We're
like
for
a
sure
fly,
eating-
the fly,
lays
yeah.
maggots.
The
Flies,
yeah.
spiders, maybe.
Ugh, you just got her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally forgot. Yeah.
Tape my mouth to shut.
Well, thank you very much, guys.
Cover all the holes.
If you're sensitive to bugs and gross shit, skip 15 seconds.
It's too late, bro. It's way too late.
Too late. You should have said that at the beginning.
I saw
Oh,
a
no.
story
Okay.
a long time ago.
Just take off
A
the
long
headphones.
time ago, we got this lady who fell asleep, and the next day her tongue was super swollen.
Super.
Shout out teethers. But I guess I don't know if it was like a cockroach or a spider laid eggs in her mouth.
Inside of her tongue?
Yeah. Well, inside her mouth. Y pues se le hinchó her tongue got swollen.
I hate you.
He actually wants a pet spider, which is
Fuck no, he knows that would never happen.
Which is I've always wanted a pet snake, but I have this really big phobia to mice. And I was like, well, that's what you have to feed them.
Yeah.
That's true.
But it's weird though. I'm super weird. Maybe it's just like my my intrusive thoughts. But like I love watching live feedings of snakes.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah, because it's killing the one animal.
yeah.
you hate the most.
And like the other day, like I was on TikTok for like a solid hour watching people in like barns, like night scope, and they were killing.
Bro,
they're killing.
I saw that. That's crazy.
They're killing like rats and
That's
shit with like
cool,
an airsoft
yeah.
gun, and I was like, ugh, get it.
Yeah.
But I was like, what the fuck are you watching? I was like, this badass is killing fucking rats.
It's crazy how
Yeah.
they're just like,
Yeah, and they just tweak out.
yeah. It's so sad, but
I love
it's
it.
funny. Oh.
I saw a video of some rats getting stuck by the sticky glue,
Oh, so that's so
Yeah.
sad.
and
to
I
me.
was happy. I was like,
Yeah,
yes.
fuck those
No,
guys.
that makes me so sad.
No, they're fucking scary.
I'd rather shoot them.
Yeah.
Like, they just
Yeah,
die.
and
They
just
die
die.
instantly.
These
They're
that
just like,
suffocates them, and no, that's inhuman.
You know
Does
what
it
my
suffocate them?
Yeah, because their nose gets stuck inside, so then they can't breathe.
you know what my grandpa used to do?
What?
Que bueno.
My grandpa used to get him into like he would put a mouse trap, but like it was just like a cage and put cheese in the end of it. And then when enough rats would go in, it would close. And then he would just put him in a sack, and then he would just start pounding him against the wall.
Oh, shit.
Like the ground.
Dude, what's up with your family, bro? you used to
The
kill the fucking
frogs?
frogs? Did you watch?
Oh,
did
that's
you?
true. Yeah. you did.
Pest control.
Jesus, pest control.
You don't quote me, but I heard that for every like person, there's 1 billion like insects or something.
Yeah, it's crazy. We can totally get overthrown.
Yeah. The cockroaches, like from Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
Like world domination. Yeah.
Have you seen those big ass rats in New York?
Yeah, dude.
That shit is. Ugh.
So I was in New York like 2-3 months ago, and I didn't see anything. I was like,
You see, you don't
you
often see
no, you
them.
don't see them.
I keep trying to tell him that, and he's like, no, that's disgusting. And
I think
I'm
it's like more of
"I
a local thing.
Never saw one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. It does. So I'm sorry if you live in New York, but it does smell like pee and dirt.
It's disgusting.
I don't know why. But I mean, I guess I can tell why because it's been there for
Forever.
1776 or whatever.
Well, downtown San Diego smells like pee and dirt
Yeah,
too.
downtown
so-
San Diego's
does.
getting pretty bad.
It does. But honestly, New York is beautiful. Like I stayed like 2 blocks away from Central Park. It was badass. But
Yeah.
you don't see the rats. You just see a bunch of trash everywhere though. Like,
That's what attracts the rats.
but
Yeah,
there's,
but you're not gonna
there's no
see them.
rats.
Yeah, because they're in the trash. You got to
They're-
move the bags, and
You're
they're
not
like,
gonna see it.
they're in
Well,
the
don't
sewer.
move the bag.
They're in the sewer. Don't worry.
I don't know how we got into this conversation, but I would like to get out of it.
I fucking hate rats.
Yeah.
I hate rats and bugs and all the things.
Yeah, that's why I'm not an outdoorsy person.
Oh no, I will.
I'm gonna. So
Yeah.
me and my wife were 3 blind mice last year. Does that scare you? Oh, crazy. I just showed you. I showed you a picture. Like, ooh.
Were you really?
Yeah.
That's cute.
I mean, it was 2 blind mice.
I was gonna say, who was the third?
No,
The ones from Shrek.
he didn't show up. Yeah.
Those are funny.
Yeah. Gerald, is that you? Yeah, that was funny.
How did you and your wife meet?
High school.
Really?
High school sweethearts. Yeah,
Oh,
sophomore year. English class.
Who
Third
went up-
period.
who went up to-
Ah,
Who went up to who?
what time at?
I
Wait,
don't know.
before this, pause. I gotta pee.
Bruh.
Me too.
Break.
Mario and I took our niece for her birthday last year, but to Universal Studios. And I don't know, man. I mean, it's cool. I guess it's just like once you go to Disneyland and like you're used to the clean Disney life, like Universal Studios is trash.
It's like one of those ghetto.
Yeah, like you're
In the
in the ghetto.
But you
That's
know
literally how we felt the whole time. Like the bathrooms were disgusting. People were just like it was just.
But you know what? I went to California, and for some reason, the bathrooms were just not as clean as they used to be. But I know at Disneyland, if you go to like the Star Wars land, those bathrooms are pristine.
Yeah.
Oh, those are my favorite ones to take a shit in.
I feel like-
you feel all futuristic.
Yeah. That's how my
Hey,
shit
that's
comes
true.
out.
You always go to the bathroom there.
Yeah, it's because it's my favorite.
He like
next one.
runs to Star Wars land.
It's because technically it's the newest ones, so like they're
Yeah.
the cleanest, the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Like you go to the ones by Peter Pan and it's like, ugh.
Kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Seriously. But I want to go back to Universal's because I want to go back to the Super Mario wasn't open yet
it's
when we
fun.
went,
Beep, beep, beep,
and it looks
beep,
cool.
beep.
But
Well, I want to go to I want to get the VIP tickets, which they're fucking expensive. They're like $370 a ticket. But my wife went and she said you get like a 6-hour studio tour, and then you also get a tour of their prop department.
oh, that's cool.
Which
Oh,
is
well, that's kind of worth it. I
yeah,
feel
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
because it's different. Then it's
And-
not like the theme park.
Yeah,
for
and
$300
you get
$500.
breakfast and a lunch buffet.
Oh,
Okay,
then I
Well,
can
never
see-
mind. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
drop that.
Like you're
much.
paying for a whole ass experience.
Yeah,
of,
exactly.
Like,
So I'm like-
Universal.
And you get, I think, I don't know if it's front of the line
Oh,
or
yes.
you get the fast pass for each ride,
Unlimited.
unlimited.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I would do that just
Yeah.
because I like the whole like they give you the tour and
Yep,
all of that. That's
exactly.
really cool. Not bad. I didn't know that
Yeah.
existed.
How much was it?
I don't want it. It's like 370 now.
Oh,
It used to be like 300, but of course, inflation.
yeah.
What's up, Mario's cousin?
Oh, for real? I have a cousin that works at Universal.
What's up, Mario's cousin?
I was like, wait, what? Why? Whoa, pause.
He hooked it up when we did that.
What? Keep it in the family. If you haven't noticed, we're back.
Oh yeah.
And
I was drunk.
yeah, but I was hella faded, dude. She fucking fell off the couch,
She took a line right now. It's fucking,
and she was sitting down. Dude.
there-
That was
Bruh.
crazy.
this podcast gets wild.
It's
Yeah.
wild. Girls gone wild.
What happens off? What happens off? What happens off camera?
Yeah. The breaks is where the party really happens.
Yeah.
That's what really happens. Yeah.
Honestly, this beer is probably like the 10th beer I've had. Should we take
That's
another
crazy.
shot?
I'm down.
Cheesy down.
I'm down.
I'm not down.
Why not?
Pow.
2 shot bows down.
Yeah,
It's
no.
Friday.
It's Friday.
Oh, today
It's
that we're
Friday,
recording,
You
but
ain't
this,
gotta-
Friday.
but technically it's Tuesday
yeah,
for
it's
you
Tuesday.
I am manifesting
It's Friday.
a new
You ain't got a
job
job.
with
You
this
ain't got
shot.
a job and you ain't got shit to do.
Manifesting new opportunities with these shots.
Yes.
New profound job opportunities.
guys. Oh, that one's
Oh,
yours.
that one's no.
Oh, we can pass
ours
it
are
down.
over there, huh?
Yeah, ours are
Oh,
over here.
yeah, yeah.
That
So
one's
this
yours.
this one's
Hold on, maybe that's Pow.
this one's yours.
Cool.
This ain't
Thanks.
mine.
Oh no. I'm just kidding.
La sangre de Cristo.
I'm in. Dude, my parents used to laugh when I used to make fun of the church, but not anymore. Oh, shit. Okay. Hold on. There you go.
Oh,
Oh no.
to new opportunities.
Damn, Andy's always holding 2 shots at a time.
Don't make me laugh. Hold
Wait,
on.
don't laugh. Don't laugh. Ah!
Fuck, son of. Okay, cool. We're good. Thanks.
Steady hands, babe. Steady hands.
I'm steady as fuck.
He could have been a surgeon.
Yeah, I dropped out of nursing school because I was too good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No, I hear that all the time.
That's the real reason.
No, yeah, I hear that. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my dog.
I can tell.
Surprised she hasn't been like.
Ollie? Oh yeah, she's hella chilling.
It's because she loves me.
All right,
'cause
you
it's
guys-
during
I'm taking
the-
her with
I'm
me.
gonna take
Anyways.
a video of you guys. Cheers to the middle.
Cheers to the middle.
Cheers to the middle.
What is it? Para arriba, para abajo, para hacer, para adentro.
You are proud.
Thanks.
I'm a bitch when it comes to shots. I don't know about you else.
Oh yeah, me too.
I gotta
Did
I gotta make my parents proud.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, your parents take shots.
Yeah.
They're-
Well,
his-
no, they sip.
No, yeah, I was gonna say Jesus' parents are sippers.
Oh.
Yeah, they like enjoying it.
Yeah.
Every taste of it.
It's funny. My dad doesn't take shots unless I really pressure him into it. I'm like, come on, pa, do it, and he's like, and then he does it.
My dad wouldn't drink with me
No.
at all.
If his life depended on
Yeah.
it.
It's
No,
'cause the way they see it is it's a waste of tequila if you just take a shot of it.
I get it.
Well, I mean, it's supposedly that's
You're supposed.
truth,
It's
right?
supposed to be a
It's-
sipper.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
American society, man, doing its thing.
Yeah,
But
shots. Yeah, I heard that tequila shots became a big thing in college.
We
That's college sounding.
gentrified tequila.
Yeah,
Yes.
Big word alert. And
worth it.
so before we took a pause and took all these drinks and started talking about Disneyland and Universal. Wow, you can hug them? That's
Oh.
crazy.
Technology.
Technology is pretty cool, dude.
It advanced from one
yeah.
half to the other half.
It's not a green screen anymore. Now it's in a hologram.
Now he's a AI
Yeah.
robotic.
Oh.
He's a sex doll. Anyways,
So we were talking about how you met your lovely wife,
oh yeah,
which has a podcast also. Right?
bestie with my bestie.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is she a content creator also? So
Whoa.
content.
Her OnlyFans is. Not fuck her up. Anyways, I'm just kidding, guys.
What if the money rolled in?
Then it happens. It's not until I get a Ferrari then, well, I'll be
Then
okay
we'll
with
be
it.
okay with it.
Marley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she makes her podcast. That's pretty much it. I mean, she posts here and there, but she's like, she would rather work, which is
Really?
funny. I'm like complete opposite. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, we're gonna be fucking rich. And she's like, but I want a house. Like, we're okay here.
Me as fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say
We're comfortable. I'm like,
you
fuck
and I,
no.
you and I are in the same situation
Yeah.
because I'm just like, fuck my job, fuck everything else.
And I'm
gonna,
here like
I'm gonna
security.
podcast,
Job
and I'm
security.
gonna, I'm gonna content
Yeah,
create,
exactly.
and we're gonna blow up, and
Yep.
and just watch me. And Pau's
And I'm
like,
like watching, but job security.
and Pau's over here like, yeah, do your thing, but also rent's due tomorrow, so
Yeah. Exactly. No, yeah, but she's like, if you have a plan and you know what we're gonna do, then we'll do it. She's like,
Yeah.
but if not, like, I'm gonna keep working. I'm
Yeah.
like, ugh,
Well, that's how. Yeah,
responsibility.
I look at it that way too, because at least I know I'm getting a paycheck in 2
Yeah.
weeks and we'll be okay, you know. But let's do the thing.
Just take care of
like,
Mario. Just let him do
That's what
podcasts all
I
the
If
time.
I
said.
could, I would, but
Come on.
my job doesn't pay that well.
they always said you should always have a house with 2 incomes, and I dated a girl with 2 jobs.
Oh, there
So-
you go. That's two.
And even with
You
2
don't need a
jobs, I
job.
couldn't
I don't need
fucking
a
afford
job.
both of us here.
But, I mean,
you guys
other
are-
than that,
you guys were high school sweethearts. and-
Yeah. We've been,
So who shot their shot first?
I did, of course. She's beautiful. I had to be like, "What's up?" And then,
What's happening?
yeah. Well, it's funny because my friend, he was meeting up a girl during lunch that day, and they happened to my wife and that girl happened to walk to lunch every day together. And so my friend was meeting her for the first time, and then so it was kind of me and her just on the side, and like we're like, "So what's up?" Like we kind of just got pushed into talking to each other, and then I told my friend. I was like, damn, bro, she's pretty, she's cool, blah, blah, blah. And then like I was like, oh, he's not gonna tell this girl he just started talking to. And of course he told her, and then like she like was like, oh my God, Andy loves you. And like I was like, what the fuck? Whoa.
Chill, dog.
Yeah, exactly. But and then like that's when that got us talking, and yeah, now we're here. And so we've been together 13 years, but we have only been married like 2 years.
Yeah.
So we took forever to get married.
That's okay. You guys are
Yeah.
super young. I feel
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
that's honestly what it was. We just were like living life.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think that's okay. I feel like I know a lot. I have a few friends that also like are high school sweethearts or like right out of high school, and it did take them a long time to like get engaged and get married. But it's like, dude, what did you expect? You're 16,
Yeah, exactly.
17 years old.
You
like,
see, babe,
it's
13
solid.
years.
Okay, but we're 30.
We're
This is different now.
No, I'm still figuring out. I don't even know what I want to be when I grow up.
exactly.
Facts.
Yeah. I give us like 2 more years. Now. we always we love each other. We always fucking around like I think that's it. Like we've had a good
2 more
run.
years.
Yeah, she can fuck around.
At
That's what's
15
funny.
years.
Yeah, 15 years. That's it.
That's a long
That's
time.
our cutoff.
I think that's really good to be able to have that like understanding and like that maturity
Yeah.
in the relationship to be able to joke around like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I fuck around with Bao all the time. I was like, yeah, wait, no, my man. It's like, I want to focus on my fitness, bro. Just break up with me, dog.
Oh, dude, I tell my wife that I was like, damn, if we weren't together, it'd be fucking sexy. I'd be like, dude,
And I'm like, I'm
this
gonna send you to
pack-
jail.
this one pack would be a
Straight to jail.
8-pack solid.
Yeah.
I would have a V and everything.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, I
oh,
look-
for sure.
Yeah.
But I told her, I was like,
Was
but-
Vas?
No, I told her, I was like, but you know, I'm happy because I'm big. So like,
Yeah.
I'm not. But I mean, we go to the gym and stuff, but it's just
We just go.
we go and then we come back out. But we just love. I love eating. She and it's so funny. I'm really the bad influence in the way that like I'm like, let's go get McDonald's. Let's go. But she's like, but there's like vegetables and stuff here. There's salads. I'm like, oh my god.
So it's funny yesterday.
I need to meet your wife.
For real.
We are the,
Well, and
you
it's-
guys are the same person. And I
Yeah,
think
no,
we're the
it's
same
funny
person.
because you guys had a story a while back. I don't know what podcast it was, but you said like you got mad at him because he was gonna like run over a bird or something.
A bunny.
But-
Oh, was it a bunny?
I
Okay,
think
No,
so.
it was
Or
the
maybe
bird.
it was a bird.
It was a bird.
because he
Yeah.
like sped up or something,
Yeah.
and like
Oh, yeah.
I was cracking up because I do the exact same shit, and my wife is like, Andy, what are you doing? I'm like, it's gonna move.
Yeah.
What if it does?
Yeah, and then she's like, but it's not, and I'm like, oh my god.
It's gonna move.
All right.
That's not my fault.
We gotta meet.
Yeah, exactly.
If not, it's a circle of life, dog. Like,
Nah, yeah, she's cool.
I'm gonna run you over because you didn't move.
Have you seen Hot Rod? Has anyone seen Hot Rod?
No.
No.
Yes. Ah, fuck.
That was one of our favorite movies. Like that's how me and her really like fell in love with each
connected?
other. Yeah. But there's a scene there, like he's like, "Did you just run over a raccoon?" Like, yeah, babe, don't worry. The raccoon wouldn't have stopped for us either. Like, I'm like, it's true. Like,
I mean, facts
Yeah.
though. It would probably attack me.
it's true.
Is it? It's not the guy from Napoleon Dynamite, is it?
No.
It's,
It's,
who was the actor?
Well, Andy Samberg, Will Arnett was the guy that
Andy
said that.
Samberg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Said it.
Yeah, great movie though.
Need to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so It's. I mean, if you like dumb comedy, it's a movie for you. But if you don't, like,
Once in a while.
Yeah.
I feel like people.
I date him.
Honestly, I'm funny as fuck.
That's
all
fucked
right.
up.
I
I just
make
date
your life
him.
entertaining.
You know
if
what I-
not, your life would be black and white.
You know what I haven't seen are parody movies anymore.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Fuck.
Like
I love
scary movies.
I
or-
Like scary. I used to
Stuff like that.
really like scary movie.
Yeah.
Like the one with the alien and it was peeing.
Oh, dude.
through the
Like
finger.
we're not so different after all.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Dude, I love parody. That's like my I love shit because it's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
Like, but of course the new ones are like horrible. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I just feel like they have to tiptoe around so many things now.
Oh,
That
Yeah,
it's
because
not
they used
the
to go
same.
far.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They used to just
Oh,
That
for
makes me
not
so
care.
sad now when
Yeah,
I'm watching a
it's-
movie and I'm like, this could have been way funnier.
It's not the same comedy.
No.
yeah. Like they want to do Tropic Thunder 2.
Oh, dude,
Is he still
the
gonna
first
do?
one
Is
was
he gonna do
fine.
blackface?
That's why that's why
No.
they're like, but he was an actor, so he was a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude.
Yeah.
So he could play one of those guys. So I don't know.
I mean, to me, I don't care.
I'm just a dude
You
playing
don't,
into the
but-
But there's
You
so
don't
many
care
other
about a lot
people.
of
But
things.
I would just love to
Yeah.
see Tom Cruise in that movie again.
where did your love for Tom Cruise go? I feel like that's such a big
Okay.
topic that we've been like.
circling back. To
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, but you guys do remember Tom Cruise in that movie, right?
Yes, he is the bad guy.
He's well,
Well,
yeah.
Les Grossman. He's like, I will fuck you
See,
up.
yeah.
I love it. Anyways,
not the yeah.
so my mom was she was sick. She's still sick, but she had multiple sclerosis, and so there was just a lot of things happening during that time, and I feel like it was a mixture of both my parents, my dad loving like Tom Cruise, well Top Gun, and then my mom just being sick. That I feel like those movies really just took me out of everything happening. I feel like I tell a lot of people, people that know me, I feel like I really had to grow up fast when I was like 4 or 5 years old, because that's when it all happened. Because my brother was born, and then like I was like, oh shit, I kind of have to like take care of my mom.
You're the oldest?
Yeah. So I had to take care of my mom, and then like my dad was always working, of course, because he had to take care of us too. So I get that. But I feel like it was just a mixture of that. It was just like me trying to get away from everything that happening, and my dad loving that movie.
It was like your escape.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like Tom Cruise movies just did that for me, because it was like Mission Impossible. It was Top Gun. So I feel like it was just that. It was just like it was just perfect timing, that I guess. So that's where my love for Tom Cruise. So I know people say like, why, like he's such a weird dude or whatever, but I'm like, I don't care, dude. He's like,
he has really great
he's
movies.
badass. Yeah, he's like, have you seen his movies? Like he does all his own stunts. Like, so I feel like that really inspired
It's like
me.
hating Denzel Washington. He has great movies.
Yeah, exactly. And like that's why like he really inspired me to either be a pilot or an actor. And like I feel like I just really wanted to be an actor, and like I really pursued it more than anything.
So I know obviously you like him as an actor and in the movies, but do you also follow him and like him as a person, or do you really not care? Like, is it more just him and his personas?
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't post on social media, so it's not like I can follow whatever he does. But yeah, I mean, if I see a picture of like, oh, someone saw him in the UK, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like it. So I'm like, yeah, as much as I've seen him twice now in person, and there's I always call it a bitch story, but at Comic-Con, I think it was 2019, because it was right before COVID. I had never seen him in my life, so he had come out to surprise everybody with the surprise trailer of Top Gun Maverick. My brother was there, my friend Mitch, and then Jason was there, and then I cried because it was just like kind of one of those surreal moments that I was just like, he's like right there. I mean, he was still like 100 yards away because you're on stage, but I was like, wow, he's like there, you know?
It's your idol.
He was like, yeah, exactly. He was like the person who inspired me. Like, I was like, that he's right there. Like, and then like my brother was like, I have a video of it. Like when I cried, I'm not like,
No,
you know,
like
I was like, I'm a man crying.
I'm on a man.
Yeah, but my brother was
like it's raining meatballs. What's that fucking movie?
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah, where he's crying and it's like, no, and he sucks it back in.
Exactly. No, but there was tears coming out. My brother was like, Andy, and because he loves it too. But it was like, yeah, dude, it was a surreal moment. But now I've been to the Top Gun Maverick premiere, and like he was like this far away from me, and the Mission Impossible premiere in New York. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, so I've been close to him. Just haven't met him. That's the
You're
next
almost
step.
there.
I'm almost there. But yeah.
You will meet him.
You will meet
Yeah,
him.
I will. Manifesting it.
Speak that into existence.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool. But I am afraid though, because they say like don't meet your heroes.
Yeah.
And from what I know from the interviews that I've seen, he looks like a cool dude. And I've even interviewed, I don't know if you guys saw that. I interviewed one of the guys from Top Gun Maverick. Have you guys seen that movie?
Yeah.
Both Coyote?
Yeah.
So I interviewed him, and like even when we did the interview, we talked a little bit. Like I was like, oh, okay, like so I'm like, so he seems cool. Like Tom Cruise seems cool. So I'm like, maybe he's cool. Like so.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. That's how I feel with The Rock. Like I would love to meet The Rock, but I also like I'm scared that he wouldn't be as cool as I think he is. You know.
I had a friend meet him, and he said like he's just like he's as cool as he seems on camera.
The Rock. Nice.
Yeah, that's dope. Like to me, it's more of like if I had to meet somebody, it would be well, for one, your Kunis, or not Kunis, but your super ego.
Oh,
yeah,
he's cool.
And then my best. Sebas and Josh Leva. Yeah. La platiquita.
I've met them. It's whatever. Okay. I'm just kidding. No, dude.
To me, they're like, damn. Like, I wish I could be you, bro.
Because they're like your creator idol.
They're my inspiration to the podcast.
Dude, like I said, I think it's really interesting to see. I'm lucky, dude. I'm lucky that I'm even like able to be like, I call Eric like one of my good friends. Like, we fucking text all the time. I go over to his house. Like, oh, the podcast is with my wife and his wife. Yeah. Like, so we're over there all the time. So I'm just super lucky. I've met Josh and I met all of his friends, and they're all a great bunch. Like it is crazy. And I've had to talk with Josh, and I was like, it's interesting to see the creators now compared to when they were starting to be creators, because I feel like back then, like, they had to put effort into making stuff. Yeah. And like and you see it from compared to now, which I'm guilty of it, of doing like someone else's ideas or someone else's voice to do your own TikToks, which is, it's not creative, but it is creative in a way. Yeah. But like, I'm like, you guys were in an era where you had to make your own content. You had to edit your own stuff. So it's really cool to meet them. Like I never in my life would think I would be like going to his wedding, you know, like going to Super Ego's wedding. Like that's, it's crazy.
No, and going back to what you said, like to me, it's like, it is different because like a lot of the voiceovers that I do is like Shawty Bay, you know, and it's like I'm not really creating anything special. I'm just really doing a voiceover over something that's already been publicized.
I mean, you are putting your own twist to it, but I completely see what you mean.
But no, them like shout out the boys at La Platica, like they're my inspiration to what I want the podcast to blow up to the magnitude that they're at. Yeah. They actually just posted today, 2 weeks for the listeners, that they're moving into a new studio. Yeah. And they did like a little montage at the end. And low-key, I got sentimental. Like if it was my podcast, like I was looking at the montage and like how they started and like in Sebas's like living room where it was just 2 mics and they were like,
I saw that.
Yeah. Like
was it the video that said goodbye or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mario got scared. He thought they were.
I did. So I was listening to this morning, and I was like, "Why does it say saying goodbye or something goodbye?" And I was like, "No man, it's
clickbait." That's it.
Yeah,
clickbait.
Yeah, but then they were like super lingy in the intro, and I was like, "They're fucking no." I mean, well, they have a lot going for each other. Yeah. Individually for their like respective lives, right? And I was like, "Fuck, are they really stopping?" Like. Hashtag Mondays are always gonna suck now. Like, fuck. And then they're like, no, we're just moving studios. And I was like, thank fucking God.
Yeah. No, dude. I mean, I hate Josh Leva. Yeah. In a good way. Hold on. I'm getting there.
Fuck. Have you seen his 6-pack, dog?
No, dude. And that's why I like this guy is like tall, good looking, but he's so fucking nice. Yeah. Like I'm like, no, bro. Like you need to be mean or something. Yeah. Like, you gotta be an asshole.
You gotta be a dick.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like, so is Eric. Eric's like, I'm like, dude, like, how you see them in videos and stuff, that's how they are in person. Yeah. And like, I feel like I've met some people that like you meet them when you see them on camera and they're completely different. But nah, dude, these guys are like who they are who you meet them, and it's pretty badass.
That's what you hope for, right?
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
Like, you're
exactly.
not just portraying a fake person when you're behind the camera.
Which is something like I try to like push a lot on the podcast is like who Geezus, Pau, and I are like off pod is also who we are on pod.
You guys are mean off pod.
Yeah, and we're dicks. Yeah, fuck you. I don't even know why
we force shots down your throat and
do that. Yeah,
I didn't ask you what you wanted to eat. I was like, you're just gonna eat these Doritos because I like them.
Yeah, exactly. You weren't calling me like 20 minutes before, like, hey, you good? Like, I'm like, no.
You don't want anything from Starbucks, right? Because I just got like 4 coffees.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, but they're all for me. Like, I was like,
damn. But it is true. So like going back to like what you were saying is like don't meet your heroes. Yeah. I've heard so many good stories about like Josh Leva and Sebas and Eric too. Like I think I've heard like maybe the majority of the podcasts that they're all like either on or whatever it is. Yeah. And it's like everyone says the same thing. It's like they're all super dope.
Yeah. And dude, and it all started because of Call of Duty.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know, but I met Super Ego because he posted on Twitter. He's like, hey, it was during COVID, like right during the middle of the pandemic. And they're like, he's like, hey, I'm about to get on Warzone. Does anybody want to play? And like, I was like, I'll play it. Like, what's up? And I was always been a big fan, you know? So we were playing and then like, I was like playing with him and like, I suck, dude. I'm like, and we're playing. And then I was looking to my wife. I was like, oh my God, like we're playing. And then, yeah, dude. And then he's like, hey, like we just started following each other on Instagram. He started seeing my stuff. I started seeing his stuff. And then we were messaging and then he got his number and then now we're fucking good friends. So, dude, I'm just like, dude, it's wild. Yeah. It's insane.
Which is crazy because what?
I would say like crazy how the world works.
No, it is. It's like a small world. And like, I'm super thankful for like the podcast and like how we've been able to like network and like get closer to the people that like I really want to surround myself with. Because in the podcast world, I mean, you're kind of secluded. Yeah. But it's also like it's such a big space, but like, you know, you just kind of want to make it like your own like small niche and circle, right? And it was funny when IE and friends, and shout out to them when they interviewed Eric and they're like, dude, we grew up watching you. Yeah. And I was over here like, dude, I used to fucking love Cholo Adventures.
Yeah. Like, dude, all those guys too. Yeah. All those guys at the IE network, they're fucking great too. Yeah. Shout out to all of them because they're all fucking badasses.
Yeah, no, big facts.
And then Saul too, like you've talked to him, like he is really one of those people that doesn't gatekeep. No. If you need help, just call him. If you're his friend, of course, but like call him. And then I texted him. I'm like, hey, bro, can I get some advice? He's like, I was expecting for him to be like, yeah, what's up? But he's like, nah, call me. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, this is weird. Like,
We call?
yeah, I was like,
how do you do
call?
that?
Yeah.
And he's a big caller, which is funny because he's
yeah.
like super young.
Yeah.
And you really don't expect that. So I actually said this last week in the Bueno Bueno podcast where it's like, I've had conversations with Saul. And it's like, he's a big, even though he's younger than me, he's like kind of like a mentor. He's like, hey, I need this for the podcast.
He's
like,
really smart, dude. He knows what
and
he's
doing.
doing.
And he's like, no, you got to do this, that, and the other. And like, he's thinking about shit that I have never even thought of. And I was like, God damn, you smart, huh?
No, but dude, like everyone over there is really fucking cool. Like, shout out to all of them because he's got a good team and everyone there is cool. So do you guys. Like I said, I'm really happy to see you guys just starting to grow even more. Like, I really like how, like, I've seen your guys' podcast even grow from like episode 1 to now. Like, it's badass to see you guys too. Like, I'm really happy.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
I know it's gonna go a lot bigger, so for sure.
Hoping, crossing our fingers.
There. Little by little.
Little by little.
We got new mic stands. If you guys
I know.
didn't
Oh,
yeah.
actually, I was gonna say that. Shout out to Geezus for these new mic stands, which are pretty fucking dope. Now it doesn't look like there's dicks in our mouths half of the
And there's
time.
no tape.
Yeah, and you guys can't see it, but we definitely took a picture of it. Right now, it says Happy Year, bitch.
Happy.
Happy
Year, bitch.
Happy Year, bitch. But Pau decorated the house for me. Well, for us.
I thought it was for me.
Oh yeah.
Whatever.
It was all
On the low. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I've always said that. This podcast wouldn't be where it is without Geezus and Pau. Because I don't. For you new listeners, originally the podcast was just going to be me and a guest, and then I was like, you know what? That's not going to work out. And then I brought Geezus in, and everybody liked how like the dynamic was working.
I like the programming you did with him.
Yeah, it was, dude. It took me forever. I had never coded in my life, and then the one code I did just fucking worked out perfectly.
He's like, "Hello, I'm Jesus." I was like, "Oh shit!"
It was like Jarvis, bro. It was like, hello, Vive con Huevos. What do you need?
Sorry, I don't understand.
And then we brought Pau on, and then I always say like everyone goes onto the podcast for us, but stays for comadreando.
How?
Yeah.
So I have a question for you guys specifically. How is it like doing a podcast with your significant other? Like, let's say hypothetically, like you guys got in a fight that day, and then you're like, "Fuck, we have to record today."
You want to say it?
Yeah. So it's never actually happened that we've gotten like into fights, but there's been days where like I'm just a little annoyed at him.
Okay.
Or like just annoyed at like a situation, and it's like, well, now we have to record and have to pretend we're okay. And there was one episode that we recorded at Talk Can Talk, and I caught myself being a little like snappy, and I was like, yeah, I can't do that, And so I definitely like it's for my side. It was an interesting dynamic to like. If we're going to record, had to kind of like take a step back and either like take a couple minutes to like take a breather and get over it on my own before we started recording. Cause I never want to be that way in front of the camera, you know? I don't want to be that way in general, but like sometimes it happens. And like now I feel like I actually really enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. I've said this before, but like, I don't think we ever sit down for 2+ hours without our phones and like have a conversation, like right now, because I'm supposed to be working, so I have to check it sometimes. But but other than that, like I typically don't like to have my phone with me when we're recording. And so I really enjoy that. Like, even though we live together and like are dating and like doing things together, like I don't think we ever just sit down and have full conversations. So it's fun to me. Yeah. I don't know how you feel, but
I hate it. Fuck this shit. Nah.
Fire me then.
I really enjoy it. Mostly because I feel like, and I'm going to get deep, and everybody on this podcast knows that I'm the type of person that gets really deep, but I think the best form of human connection is through human experience. And I feel like when we started the podcast, it was like, well, when I started the brand, it was 2020. So it was like mid-lockdown. It was fucking illegal to see everybody, get alone, talk to your people. Like, we had pedas, and for those of you who don't know what a peda is, it's just we would drink with our homies virtually through Zoom. We would have like Zoom.
Interesting.
We would have Zoom meetings with the homies to drink.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, like I miss that interaction. And when I started the podcast,
it's very quality time.
Yeah, I'm super quality time. When I dropped maybe like the first 5 podcasts, I got a lot of great feedback from our friend group. It was like, dude, I really missed you guys. It was like, it really felt like I was in your living room talking to you guys or hearing you guys talk. And that's what kind of like really like intrigued me into the idea of podcasting. And then when I brought Geezus on and I brought Pau, and I was like, this is a lot of this is a lot of the dynamic that I wanted to bring on because I missed that human interaction. And then bringing my girl on, it was cool because of the same thing. Like she said, like she's a creative. Like all her work is creative. I spend time with clients all fucking day. So like to me, I'm talking all fucking day. So the last thing I want to do sometimes is come home and talk more. So like I'll throw on Netflix where I'm just scrolling on TikTok and Instagram, and we're both just there just scrolling. So it's like really nice to like just be able to sit down and just kind of talk when normally we're not talking. That was a weird way to express it, but yeah. But the dynamic, I mean, I feel like I'm very much a person who like if I'm mad for like 10 minutes and I'm like, all right, I'm over it, whatever.
It's the Aries in you.
Yeah, it's the Aries vibes. So like whenever we're recording and it's like sometimes like we might get into a fight or an argument, or it's more like I'm more of the type of person that's like if someone's gonna come, it's like we're in our house, bro. Why we gotta clean up?
Oh yeah.
And
bro. Yeah. Oh my God, you guys fight about that too?
Yeah. And Pal's like, no, we gotta clean up. Someone's coming. There's a guest. There's dishes in the sink. Like
shout out my wife and all girls. They're all the same.
Yeah. And I'm just like, dude, whatever. It's like it's a dude, you know? Like,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
I know. I feel like all my friends too. She's like, all the pillows better be fluffed. All the everything better be put away. I'm like, they're not gonna care. Like, they're just gonna sit down and be like, oh, cool, the TV. Like,
yeah.
So now Geezus, how is it being with them?
So awkward
Because they're fighting
when they fight in front of me. No, I mean, I've always been nonchalant. Mm-hmm. I think that's kind of like
it's his character.
Yeah, it's my thing. Like
that's very deep in his programming.
Where I don't know, like just work. I mean, obviously, like I've just known them both of them known for over 10 years already. So, him since kindergarten, her since high school.
Before they started dating, right?
Yeah. So I knew him obviously before, but then high school we weren't hanging out anymore. But I was hanging out with her.
Beefing.
I was with the cool kids.
Jesus
with the nerds.
I know. I heard you guys are bullies. Anyways.
But no, it's I don't even know how to explain it. I'm just like so. I just take it so casual, but
because it has been a year. That's I'm just trying to like. I'm trying to see your guys'
but it's not like
after a year too.
Yeah, and it's maybe sometimes I just don't show the enthusiasm, but I just show up because I want to be part of it. So, but I enjoy it. I enjoy every process of it. Sometimes, I do try to take shortcuts, or like maybe I feel like, oh man, like this one's long, this and that. But I still prioritize getting things done for the podcast over some things as well. Except his
girl. Except his girl. And that's probably one of the biggest things that I always tell everybody is like that's why where the AI Geezus bit came from, because a lot of the guests, especially if they're coming from out of state or out of San Diego, they really don't see Geezus that much because it's typically on the weekend. But I always tell Geezus, it's like, I'm not gonna come in between you and your girl. Yeah. Like the last thing I want to do is cause an issue, and the last thing I want, if you guys break up, I don't want it to be for the podcast. If something happens, I don't want it to be like, well, you're always spending time with your friends, or you always have to go record. And I was like, no, like prioritize your girl and prioritize the relationship. Like we came to that understanding, and like I said, like this podcast wouldn't be where it is without a collaborative, understanding of where our lives are.
And have you guys, and this goes for each of you, have you guys seen this as a job yet, or is it still fun?
It's definitely a job, but it's also I do enjoy
internship.
I do enjoy recording. I do enjoy meeting different people. I do enjoy seeing the content or re-listening to the conversations we have. Like it's a good time. But yeah, sometimes I do feel like, I work in the morning, I do DoorDash, and then I have to edit. Like sometimes my days are long, but I'm doing it. Like, I know, like eventually, like, I'm assuming it's all of our goals. Like it's gonna pay off in the end, right? Like we wanted to reach somewhere where we have our sponsorships, or maybe like kind of similar to how they spoke on the previous podcast with Bueno Bueno, like how they have it as their full-time job. Like maybe one day we'll get to that point, so hopefully that's something we get to. So it doesn't hurt to give it all now, that way we can still continue to give it all once it's our actual job, you know. So
yeah. I don't really see it as a job, but then again, like I'm probably the one here that does the least. You know, I kind of just show up and record and have a good time during the recording. Like I'll help with like the Instagram captions and stuff. And like I did start comadreando, but like I'm so used to Instagram because like that's what I do with work that like I don't see it like as a job yet. I still have a lot of fun with it. Sometimes when we're like scheduling, I'm like, oh my god, so many podcasts we gotta record.
Especially
But
like
I
this past
haven't
month.
gotten to that point. Yeah. I look at it more as like a hobby because I don't really have hobbies. Like work is my hobby. Like I don't have free time. So this is more of like that like creative free time, like where I can work on other things besides like my job. So I like to separate it because I don't want it. Once it starts feeling like a job to me, I'm out, and that's what I don't like. Obviously, don't want to get there, and I don't think I will because we do a really good job at like balancing it from my perspective and like what I'm putting towards the podcast.
Yeah, I don't see it as a job. I know it could be considered one, but because like I started it as like my passion project, like I had an idea, not that I knew how much effort we had to put into it, but like I had an idea of how much stuff needed to go into making a podcast and producing a podcast and networking and the content and all the behind the scenes stuff that most people don't see. That I actually was like, I'm here for it. And I've also been the type of person that's like, I hate working for somebody. Even though even if you're an independent and you start your own business, you're technically always working for somebody.
Yeah.
But I just hate working for somebody. And I knew being a creative was something that was for me because I also like entertainment. I wouldn't probably go into like acting or something like that, but I always knew that some sort of like influence state was something for me because I always tried to do something. Yeah. Like when I had the business, I was always trying to do something creative to get either more likes or more people into my door or into the store or stuff like that. And then when we started the podcast, I saw how much liberty I had with all the creativeness, and I was like, this is fucking dope. And like how many doors it could open, like going back to the IE and friends was like, or even La Platica, like how many doors has it not opened for them as a podcast? Of course, there's a lot of things that go, hand in hand with that. Like there's also the networking and putting in the work. Yeah. Because there's also times where sometimes we get invited to like events and it's like, fuck, I gotta go to this event. But then you're there and you're like, this is a dope ass event. Like I'm really glad I came to this. So I really don't see it as a job that I dread. It's more of like the planification that goes into it, like the ops, I guess, that goes into all of this, like planning ahead of time. Like how long ago did we not talk about you being on here, you know? Or things like that. That's where it kind of gets a little tedious and like, fuck, do I really want to do this right now? Or especially if like right now we've pre-recorded a few weeks in advance. We're technically into December already with the pre-recordings. But like there's been months where we're like week after week and we're like, fuck, it's Tuesday, we got to record. Yeah. And it's like, I just saw them like 2 days ago. Like there's nothing that we can talk about. There's nothing really to talk about. And I'm over here like beating myself up. And we're like, okay, maybe there's this topic we can talk about. Or maybe there's this. And then it got to a point where I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to fucking stress out. Fuck it. Like we're just going to go off topic. And just whatever comes to mind, we're just going to talk about. So I really don't see it as like a tedious job, but it could become a job.
Yeah.
All of our long ass explanations for one simple question.
No. Yeah. I mean, that's why we're here. I mean, I think, and you're right. Like, men don't go to therapy, they fucking make podcasts. And it's fucking true because I feel like this is just your therapy in itself. Like, and not just men, everybody. Like, but I just think that's really cool. That's why I like your guys' podcast because you guys can get deep and then you guys just do have fun and then you're drinking. So
yeah, it's kind of like and like I said, it was like, it really just, a lot of it of why I continued to do it was because we're also getting older. And I've said this in a few other podcasts and we don't have the time to like go out with this person or go out with this group. Geezus is in a long distance relationship, so we really don't see him on the weekends. And it's really nice to be able to like share our stories and our experiences with our friends that we really don't have the time to, spend time with anymore or whatever it is.
Got it.
Yeah. And also like there's been a lot of people who have become our friends through the podcast. You know, to shout out like a lot of the podcasts that we have collabed with or like talk to like almost on the daily, or even like influencers and creators like yourself who like have become friends through the pod.
Yeah.
So it's really dope.
It is crazy, huh? How
Yeah.
you meet like so many different
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool.
And it puts you in a spot where you're like, damn, like a year ago, I would have never thought I would have
Yeah.
met you, and like maybe like the people who you know and stuff like that, you know?
I think it's crazy, like the blow up of Latino culture.
Yeah.
Like within the last year or two, like I've just seen so many Latinos coming out. Like and I'm pretty sure you guys all feel the same with whole like, even when I was like a little kid, like I think when we go back to Super Ego, it's probably the only YouTuber that I remember being like, dude, this guy's Latino. He's like making cholo videos.
Yeah.
Like what? Like I don't remember like there being like, even on TV, like unless you watch novelas and everything, like a Mexican or Latino artist to be like, yeah, I want to be like this guy when I grow up. Like that's why, like it is funny because it's Tom Cruise and like he's like a white guy, but like I'm like, if there was like someone that was Latino in that character, I maybe would have been like, yes, like I want to be like this guy. Like I don't know. I think it's really crazy how right now like the Latino resurgence is like blowing up like crazy.
And it's different, and it's really cool how like now there's a different type of Latino, not just the stereotypical
Yes,
cholo
yes.
Latino that you would see like on all the movies, or who that was portrayed in all the movies and all the series. You know, it's funny that like in Fast and the Furious, Hector the cholo, he's like, who is he? Oh, it's Hector the cholo. And who is he in this movie? Hector the cholo.
Yep,
who is he in this
exactly.
movie? Hector the cholo. You know, but it was cool like when Eric started, like for example, Cholo Adventures. Like he's not a cholo.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was cool to see him portray something, and you're like, it's cool that he's creating something based off of a stereotype.
Yeah.
And like you kind of like got that like influence from him. Like I can do that too.
Yeah.
You know? So it's kind of cool how now like the tables have like, or the script has flipped.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's a lot more of what a Latino could be rather than just a cholo.
Yeah, and then we got like, I mean, like a board game. I mean, other than Loteria, but we got like Yo Sabo the game. Like that's fucking cool. Like we have a game now that we can play and like with your parents.
Yeah.
Like we can play Monopoly and all this stuff. But like now with Yo Sabo, like I know I tell my parents like I do it backwards. I tell them in English or Spanish or English, I don't know,
Yeah.
vice versa or whatever. And I tell them like, what does this mean in English? And then they're like, oh, se dice esto.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Which is funny. We like low key wanted to start playing like that because
Yeah.
being so close to the border, like it's like a lot of our friends who we would play with, like, oh, we would just blow through the game really
Yeah.
fast. And I was
Yeah.
like, let's just start playing backwards.
Yeah,
With them
exactly.
specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's just cool. Makes me proud to be Latino.
Yeah,
I
No,
agree.
no, no.
I think these last few years have been a huge change for like Latinos, and I think that like in the creative space, it's been it's huge, and I think there's a lot to come from it.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where we go.
Yeah, no, and then you see like all these new like podcasters and stuff like actually collabing now.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like how everyone's growing. I know with like a lot of the podcasters that I talked to, we started like it's called like the Brown Militia podcast, where it's like it's hard for me to go out there, not only because they record like on a Wednesday or Thursday, and then they live in LA, and it's like, dude, like I have to go to work the next day, and it's like I'm working on a Wednesday, then I have to drive to LA, record, and then
3-hour
come
traffic.
back. Yeah. So it's like I feel bad because I haven't been up there yet, but like starting to see that collab within, especially within the podcast community, where like at first I feel like it was very, people would gatekeep a lot.
Yeah.
Or like
yeah.
it was very like territorial, I guess you could say. But now you're starting to see like everyone coming together as a unit. And it's like, why are we doing this to each other? We should be united.
Yeah. For sure. There's enough money out
Yeah,
there.
there's
for
enough.
everybody.
There is money. There's enough money to go around, and I really just feel like that's why I really do appreciate like IEN friends who like they don't gatekeep, you know, especially for like a younger podcast like ourselves. It's like I really do feel like that emotional support from them whenever it comes to like a creative idea, or if I want to bounce something off of them, or like we were talking about before the podcast about like new sponsors, and they're like. Saul has given me a lot of pointers and stuff like that, you know. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Are you guys good? Do you guys need a break or anything? Okay.
Listening to you.
But going back to you, Andy.
Oh yeah.
You doing the movie reviews, and then now you're doing a lot more skits. I see you putting out there now.
For sure.
Where does that motivation come from? Because I know you talked a lot about like your past with your mom and how Tom Cruise played a big influence and all that.
Money. No. Okay, so money, yes, but it for a good reason. I just feel like I've noticed my mom struggling in the way that like with doctors and stuff, and like they're like, because she has Medicare or whatever, like they don't really see her. It's kind of just like, oh, okay, well, we'll see you or whatever. But like I feel like if you have money, like they're gonna be like, yeah, we'll come help you. Like, so I feel like one of the biggest reasons I like, even as a little kid, I was like, I'm gonna be famous so I can be rich and then help my mom, or both my parents, but my mom. But I was like, I feel like that's one of the biggest like reasons I wanted to really go. Other than I love entertaining, like for the same reason. I love entertaining and I love acting and I love being in front of the camera. Like as much as I do behind the scenes stuff and editing all my stuff, I love being in front of the camera. And I feel like that's one of the biggest reasons, like it really pushes me. And so that's why when I make a joke about money, but it's just like for that reason.
Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm like looking up a lyric because you like sparked something in me. It was a lyric from Kanye West. It was from Roses. And it was like, if Magic Johnson had a cure for AIDS and all the broke people passed away, you're telling me that if my grandma was in the NBA, she'd be okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, when you said that right now, I was like, damn, Kanye.
Dude, and it's true. I mean, like, and it kind of sucks. Like, yes, I mean, we can only do so much in Yuma for her. But like, I know like, if I were to take her over here to this doctor, like she would be a lot better and she wouldn't be like in a wheelchair. But like, like it's just like things like that. Like I feel like that's one of my biggest like influences to like want to keep making it and like want to keep like doing like, and I say dumb videos in a good way because I think they're funny and I think that's what I've been like really wanting to do is really put things out that I think is funny. Like, and I think I really lost myself for a little in the way that like I'm like, I should try to do what other people like. But like I'm like, yeah, I know I need to make those, but I also needed to make things that I like really like. Yeah. And people I feel like can tell like, oh, he like really liked this and he thought it was funny. So
it's funny in one of the podcasts that didn't come out. Shout out DJ Greg. We were talking about content and stuff like that. And he said the content that you should put out should ultimately just be for you. As long as you think it's funny and like your niche thinks it's funny, then you're gonna keep on growing because then your niche keeps growing. Versus you feeding into what people want to see.
Yeah.
And how long does that really last too? Like you'll see a video that'll go viral, and then in 2 days it's no longer viral.
Yeah.
So
social media, like if you don't like get into it like right away, you lost it.
Yeah.
Like,
it kind of like ties into that like originality aspect. Like people like original like stuff, and people like you being raw, right? So when you're actually producing content that you actually like, it comes out more natural and more raw. So I feel like that's it ties in that way.
And I think we're starting to go that way again. So like I think when social media first started, it was like you have to do originality, like things you do. And then for a little bit,
trends.
It was trends. It was things that were happening, things that were going on. And now I feel like we're starting to go back to like, you need to do original content, things that you really like. So I'm like, okay.
Sprinkle in some trends.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, it is time. Like, let's do it. Like, yeah.
What do you think sparked that? Like, or how'd you go from like, I'm doing all these trends to gratify people, I guess you could say, to like, no, I need to be more original?
I think the movie reviews, because I was like, I love doing it. Like, don't get me wrong, but I was just like, I feel like I'm just doing it just to do it. Like, I love talking about movies, but like, I feel like I'm just doing it to release content, which is good. But I feel like I was like, if I missed a week, I'm like, okay.
You're kind of disconnected from
it. Yeah, exactly. It was kind of just like, all right, like I did a video. But like with the skits and stuff, like I can add like extra sound effects, or I can add like me running. Like it's just like fun. Like they're quick to do, but like it's also fun to do.
Yeah.
Like so, I feel like that's what it was.
That's cool. Yeah. Do you feel like growing up? Because you mentioned that your mom got pretty sick when you were pretty young, and you had to grow up pretty fast. Do you feel like that's taking a mental toll on you now?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know anything like they're like, how do I put this? Like, I don't know official what my diagnosis is, but like, I was like, I feel like I'm just like, now that I have like money, adult money, I want to buy everything I couldn't buy when I was a little kid, or I want to like have fun, because I feel like back then, like we didn't have a lot of money to like travel, to do stuff, to like we stayed home a lot. And now that I like have money, I'm in debt because I'm like, I wanted to have too much fun.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like that's one of the biggest things that I'm just like, now that I have adult money, I'm just like, oh shit, where's all my money? Oh, I went to LA 3 weeks in a row. Like, you know? So yeah.
Yeah. That's funny you say that, because I'm the same way. Because like
Healing your inner
I'm
child.
healing my inner
for
child.
sure.
Yeah, like I mean, I was very privileged, but I was also very like limited growing up, because my parents. I mean, we also didn't live in a very good area, so my parents put me to private school.
Yeah.
Which is a privilege in itself, but also I was in private school because outside of private school, I was, it could have gone pretty bad really quick. So I was also very limited in certain things and certain areas in my life. So now when I'm like with Bao, I was like, dude, I want to get this candy. And she's like, why? And I was like, because I never had it when I was little.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, thankfully, like my wife, like she had things that I didn't, in the way, like, I'm like, oh, she went to San Diego for a week. And I'm not talking shit. I'm like, good for you. You had those things. And I'm like, sometimes I'm just like, oh, I want to do this. She's like, why? Like, I'm like, well, because I never did it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, we've talked about Power Ranger stuff. Like, I have a legit toy room in my house. Like, I have like a Power Rangers helmets. I have Power Ranger morphers. Like, I have the Green Ranger.
On my
It's
way.
morphin' time.
Yeah, dude, I have the Green Ranger, like Saba. Yeah, I have the Saba. I have the Green Ranger, like the Dragon Dagger. Because when I saw that as an adult, I'm like, I want it. Like, I never had this as a kid. And like, yeah, of course, I know my parents did their best and they tried to give me everything they could. I'm not talking shit about them, but it's just like, I want more.
Yeah.
Like, as an adult, like, I'm just like, okay, well, I can do this now. But I feel like now I sometimes go too overboard with having fun.
Yeah. No, I feel it because I'm definitely the same way. I feel like our lives cross path for a reason.
Yeah.
Because Pal's definitely the same way too. It's just like, well, yeah, well, I had it, and I was like, well, yeah, I used to take sandwiches to Disneyland, all right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, now I want it all.
Yeah, no,
We go to
exactly.
Disneyland, he buys everything he wants to eat, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
She's like, we had the Disney pass, and I was like, no, I need to eat everything right now.
Yeah.
You know?
We can come back for it. No.
Yeah.
No, and it's funny because it kind of goes back to our conversation earlier, right? That like my wife too, she's like, oh, I just want a house, like nice white picket fence, like we're happy, we're comfortable, and I'm like, no, like let's go more.
Yeah.
Like we can buy a bigger TV, like, but yeah, I mean, it's just like full circle, and it's crazy because things that happen to us when we're little kids, it's just kind of barely coming out, like as an adult.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of like the same way with my nieces, where it's like I don't want them to like not have the same experiences or the same thing or problems that I had growing up. I didn't want them to have. So like I vividly remember this story where my oldest niece came home from school and she's like, oh, this kid was talking about Pokemon cards. And I only had one Pokemon card and it was like an energy card. And dude, it broke my heart. And I was like, I'm going to get this kid all the fucking Pokemon cards in the world. And she's going to go to school tomorrow. She'll be like, fuck this fucking kid. Like, I don't know who the hell Elroy is in kindergarten, but I got beef with this motherfucker now.
But see, and I know because I mean I don't have kids.
Yeah.
But like I'm like, I know right away. Like I just look at the difference between me and my brother. Like thankfully, when my brother was born, like later on, my dad started working a better job and he had more money, so he was able to buy like a PlayStation later on. Like I was like, you grew up with all of these things. I didn't have any of these things. So and then I kind of see like the difference between me and him. I'm like, oh, okay, we can't also spoil these kids. Yeah. And I'm just like, and I think I'm gonna have that problem too when I have kids. Like I'm gonna want to buy them everything I didn't have, but I'm like, wait a minute, I should step back.
Yeah, I am retracting a lot now.
Yeah.
I am retracting a lot now because now maybe like this past year and a half, I've really gotten more into like experiences.
Yeah.
So versus like when I only had one niece, my oldest niece, like I was like, no, let's buy everything under the fucking sun. Let's go to the Disney store. She's getting all those, you know, when those little Disney princesses came out, but they were like the baby version. I don't know if you ever saw those. Like she had all of them. Like there was one day, I think when we first started dating, I went to, or maybe before, the year before, I went to the Disney store.
That wasn't me. Damn.
Oh shit, that wasn't you? You don't remember, baby? No. Oh, that's crazy. Anyway.
Hey, ooh.
So I went to the Disney store that's pretty close to our house. And I seriously bought, I think I bought almost all of them. And I was like, here, Merry Christmas. Versus
fucking
now.
2-year-old.
Yeah.
With all the
I shit you not. I think I
princesses.
dropped like $300-$400
Damn.
on dolls. And it was dolls. Then it was like then her get up, because she had to match the doll, obviously.
course. No,
you
yeah,
know,
of
and
course.
well, she needed the heels. So I dropped like a solid $300-$400 on her that Christmas. And then versus now, I'm like, nah, ni vergas. We're going to Big Bear.
Yeah.
But
I get that. That's crazy.
yeah. Versus I feel like they would appreciate that more in the long run.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Like, I remember going to Disneyland with our uncles and, when I was 6.
Yeah. I always say the first 4 years are the gift years, and then after that you can start the experiences because they won't remember the experiences the
Oh, I
first
know.
4 years.
My wife wants to take her kids, like, when we have kids. She's like, yeah, we got to take them when they're, like, 2 years old. I'm like, why? I was like, I won't be able to get on anything. Like,
I'm only going to take them because they're free. Not
oh, that's true. Well, right? Until they're, like, 3 years old, they're
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I guess.
But even then, you're stuck.
Yeah.
Because you really
Oh,
can't
yeah.
get on the
Can't do
rides.
anything.
It's only
I mean,
one of you that can really get on.
I'm going to be by myself. I'm going to
Yeah. Single rider.
Yeah. Oh,
You
dude.
could do
In front of the
that.
line every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
used to say like no, I would never take them until they're like 5-6 years old, but like I've definitely retracted that. I would take them younger because now I think it's like more of a development thing, like experience, and like maybe it's more for the parent than it is for the kid,
Oh,
you
for
know.
sure,
But
yeah.
I want the baby picture at Disneyland.
Oh yeah, dude. So a funny story about the first time we ever went to Disneyland. I don't know why my parents the first time. I think I was probably like 3 years old, 3 or 4. Right? I mean, I was already walking. And everything. They forgot my shoes.
Oh, no.
I did not have shoes, and I still remember, which is funny. I didn't have shoes at Disneyland, so I remember it, like the floor being kind of hot because it was in July.
Because you were
So,
barefoot.
yeah, no, well, I had socks on. That's
okay.
it. I remember the bottom of them were all black by the end of the night, but I remember just being like, yeah. And then, so other than that, I got my head stuck. You know where there's trees in, like, Disneyland, then they have trees and they have bars around them. I got my head stuck in one of those things. So I remember just being like, like, dude, my dad still to this day, he gives me shit. He's like, pa que te what is it?
Para que se te quite.
Pa que se te quite, and all that. I'm like, oh, dude, that's so funny. So that was my first Disneyland experience, and I still to this day remember. And it was like when I was like 3 years old.
Yeah,
So it's just hilarious.
I guess it has to be a traumatic experience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I
Gotta
remember,
throw some trauma in there.
and I remember the Disney workers they came. And like they're like, yeah, we're gonna have to cut the bars and blah, blah. Like my head was stuck in there for a while, and I have a big head, I guess, especially when I was a little baby. And then but for whatever reason, I like twisted or whatever, and then pop, and I popped my head out. It was first time. Go Disneyland.
That's hilarious.
Thanks to all Disneyland workers in 1998.
I would have been like, mijo, aquí quédate. We're gonna get Disney tickets for life.
For real.
Yeah, I would have just milked it.
You would
Hey.
have, yeah.
Cry.
Yeah.
Cry.
It hurts, right? It hurts.
Mickey pushed you here, right?
The bar randomly went across your neck,
Yeah.
right?
You didn't stick your head in there. The bars
No,
came
but
to you.
But they're Latino parents and like, no, por su culpa, ahí
Yeah.
déjalo.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, dude.
Que
my,
se quede.
my
Basic.
mom has a story of like when we went to Hawaii for the first time. I forgot what grade I was in. I was pretty little. I think I was like in, I want to say like 3rd grade. We went to Hawaii. And I wanted an ukulele really bad. And my dad bought me one. But I also wanted the carrying case. Like the hard shell carrying case. And dude, yo hice un berrinche. I was like, yeah, my dad didn't want to buy it for me because I was more expensive, right? And I was like, no, I want it. So I fucking stormed away. And I was like walking in front of them, like as we were walking like the main strip. And there was a bunch of like shops. And we were walking and I was just fucking like pissed. I was just like walking away. And I guess they walked into a store, but no one noticed that I wasn't with them.
Oh, shit.
So my parents thought that I was with my sister. And my sister thought that I was with my parents. And I don't know, no one turned around to look for me. And I think I walked like maybe like a solid like 3 blocks after they had turned into a store.
Oh, shit.
And then it came to a red light. And I clicked the little button to cross the street. And I turned around and my parents weren't there. And I started to freak the fuck out. I started crying. And I was like, where are my parents? And I'm walking back. And this lady finds me. And like, bro, I could have gotten kidnapped. This lady finds this little gordito fucking crying in the middle of Hawaii. And then she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I can't know my family." It's like, I was like, it was at that point, you like when you're crying and you're like, my like that. And then she's like, "It's okay, we'll just walk back." And we're walking, like we're retracing my steps. And luckily, my sister is shopping inside the store where my parents were, or all three of them were. But luckily, she's in the window.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and like I turned around and I was like, I turned around and we both locked eyes and she goes, "What the fuck?" And my mom, she sees me and she hits me in the back of the head and she goes, "¿Ves lo que te pasa por estar haciendo berrinches?" And I was like,
And never again, huh?
Never again. Never got lost. Never again.
My dad would lose me on purpose.
Oh my God.
But, okay.
Go.
It's like, vete pura.
No,
No,
we're going to play hide and seek.
he would leave me like in the toys.
Yeah.
And he would leave specifically because he wanted to see what I would do. Because he was like, let's see how smart my kid is.
I would have stolen so many toys.
No, but he says he was just watching me from afar and he said I would like look left and right and be like, "Hi, I got lost." And then I would just go to the front counter.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, "Hey, I don't know where my parents are." And then they would call him and then he would come. Yeah. But I'm like, "You would just lose me?" Like, he's like, "Yeah." Like, I'm like, "Okay." Like, thanks,
Well,
Dad.
I guess that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
guess, yeah.
It was a lesson somewhere in there.
like now I don't trust my nieces getting lost at all.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know what they know I don't even think they know what a counter is.
Yeah.
Especially now with self checkout. Like
Oh, to like go ask?
yeah.
Dude, I remember
Yeah.
working retail and we had a code Adam. I don't know if you guys worked retail or
Yeah.
But the code Adam for us, it was JCPenney and like it was like everyone go stand at the doors, everyone go make sure like and they would always tell us the shoes that the kids were wearing because they're like, if kids are gonna get abducted, they'll change their clothes but not their shoes. And like I was like, oh, interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, now
I never learned that.
Everybody knows.
What kind of retail did you work?
Wow.
JCPenney. Like, it wasn't even like a high end store. It was like it's just JCPenney.
I mean, I worked
Maybe
at
that's
Macy's.
why, huh?
They never told us that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would have
Or
never.
Aldo or Coach.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah, I didn't. Nothing like that ever happened to me. I actually hid from my mom once, like inside of a store. She still tells the story. Like I think we were inside of Banana Republic or something. Gap,
would you
Guess.
hide?
I don't know. I would hide. Remember how the racks used to be
In the
round?
middle?
Yeah.
I would go into the middle,
yeah.
yeah. And I remember. I don't know like why I remember this, but I do remember sitting in the rack with like my stuffed animal because I would always carry stuffed animals and like watching. And I don't remember this part, but like apparently they shut the store down. Like nobody could leave,
shit.
nobody can come in until like. Para que encontraran a Paulina y la Paulina ahí sentada atrás de la ropa.
Did they beat your ass?
I don't remember. Probably. I mean,
That's why you don't remember. You fucking
I don't-
blacked out
I
that
don't know.
memory.
Concussion?
What the
Yeah.
fuck were you doing? I don't know. I'm sure she did. Seriously,
It's
concussion.
hilarious. Can I use the restroom?
Yeah. Go for it.
Hey, you're like,
Pause.
go.
Yeah. Jesus, pause.
Break.
Huevos.
Anyways, Tay Salud just texted me if you want to sponsor the podcast.
Oh my God, I just got that too.
I got it too.
But anyways, guys, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for
Yes.
tuning in. Make sure to hit that notification bell whenever we drop the pod. Please subscribe. Please subscribe.
This guy's so
Share
cool.
the content. Share the pod with your family, with your friends, with your suegras,
Nana, tata.
your
Suegros.
lovers, your whoever the hell you're
that's
cheating
true.
with.
El amante.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Listen
She's
together.
gonna love
Your
this
feet
one.
pick dealer.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Let us know
Your underwear seller.
Your
your underwear
underwear
seller.
seller.
Let us know how your feet business is going.
We want all the
'Cause we
details.
need
I'm
to
telling
know.
you. Y'all think I'm kidding, but I want all the details.
I'm about to sell Mario socks right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a little. Sweaty.
Dude, his feet. If
Don't-
y'all like stinky
Oh,
feet,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Some girls are into
$50
that
right now.
Some girls are into that. But yeah, so all you day ones, thank you so much for listening to us. For everybody who's tuned in and has stayed whenever they listen to somebody any of our special guests and have stayed and become avid listeners of the Vive con Huevo podcast. We really appreciate all of you.
And watch the video.
And watch the video, please.
yes. Watch.
So we're gonna start wrapping things up, guys. I know it's been a blast, and we can keep doing this forever. I say this every podcast with the guests, but it is very true.
It is.
He does say, I can confirm. I listened to all of them.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Multiple times, yeah. Per usual, we always end the guest. Finish him. We always end the podcast with these very specific questions. If you could go back in time and give yourself advice, at what age would you go back to, and what would you say?
Fuck. I didn't even think about this. I'm just kidding.
Damn, I was like,
you
drove for 2 hours.
Yeah. You're like, I told you. Don't stop working out, for one.
Facts.
Eat less. And don't give up. Because I feel like we've all talked about this. And like I was like, if you keep doing what you're doing, like it's gonna hit at least at one point. And I feel like I just kept making videos and then stopping and then making videos, stopping. And I feel like if I just kept going, I would have been like a little bit where I wanted to be at, but it's okay.
No, we're all on the path we're supposed to
Yeah,
be.
it all happens for a reason. Yeah.
And I feel
I hate that saying, but it happens.
it's just a mentality thing, right? It's just you gotta just try to focus your mentality to keep going.
Yeah.
Because either physically or whatever you can do, you can keep doing it. It's just you gotta mentally put yourself there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
At what age though?
Probably like freshman year. I would say like freshman. So what are we, like 14 years old?
Yeah.
Because me and my friends started making videos in the summer from 8th grade to 9th grade. And we were making skits with we were like, oh, we're going to be famous. Thanks to Lonely Island. I don't know if anyone watched the Lonely Island.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks to them. And then Super Ego too. But we were just watching them and then being like, this is what we want to do.
Huh? My dick in that box?
I think even before that. Because that was... I don't even know what year, but anyways.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. But thanks to them, we were like, we're gonna be famous, and then everyone stopped making videos, and I'm still the only one that keeps making videos. So hopefully,
Just keep going.
yeah,
Just keep
Yeah.
going.
I love it.
They always
Just
say
keep swimming.
consistency is key,
yeah. Oh, for sure.
and you just never know. You just need that one video. Really.
Yeah, especially nowadays, you
Yeah.
just need that one. I need my Bella Porch moment.
All right.
Step to the B, step to the B.
That stresses me out so much. How?
Should have been me.
For real, I could have been Shotty Bay. You're so richness from this point of view. Why didn't I think of that shit?
I look just like Josh Leva.
Right? Salud.
That's funny though.
Not bad. We're gonna get trademarked and
For
shit.
real. They're gonna fucking sue your ass.
Don't sue me. Just put me on the podcast. And what has been the best and worst advice you have been given?
So, dude, I was thinking about this. The best advice that I've ever gotten was probably from both my parents. I remember my mom first telling me it's in Spanish, but I tried to translate it, and it's really easy to translate. I'm just dumb. Which is el que no arriesga no gana, which was my parents. So I don't know how you guys.
If you don't take risks, you don't win.
There you go. So
If you don't pay the dollar, you won't win the lottery.
There
Right?
you go.
Something like that.
something,
If you don't play the lottery, you won't win the lottery.
It's true.
Or
I mean, and then my parents just always told me like, you got to risk it. But yeah, so that was one of the best ones. I don't know what one of the worst ones is. I was having problems with that one because I was just like, I feel like I've gotten a lot of bad advice. Like maybe do drugs. Probably one of the worst ones is
Just take the other half. You'll be okay.
no, dude. Probably one of the worst ones. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, just do drugs. You'll lose weight. I was like, okay,
shit.
it doesn't work. I'm just kidding.
I got even more hungry.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to eat more. But I'm just gonna go with that one for my worst advice because I was like, I can't really think of anything that I was like really set me in a bad path because I'm pretty stubborn. So I was like, whatever I thought was like my thoughts.
Yeah, it's funny. I said that. Bueno asked us too, and I was like, honestly, like if I think it's bad advice, it goes like in 1 year and that year. So I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm like,
you know?
oh, okay, yeah, cool. Like,
Anyways,
it's funny.
Yeah,
those are good answers.
that is. But
Wait, so we're not doing comadreando?
but we can have a
Sorry.
round.
We're not
two.
releasing this.
It's
But
funny
we'll have a
'cause
round two.
every
Okay.
single guest asks that same
Yeah. question
by the end.
I know.
Well, we didn't have
Maybe we
tall
start
cans
adding
either,
it
so
to-
Yeah. Well, technically. Well, yeah. Never mind.
Maybe
We
we
can.
just start mix
Yeah.
it all
We're
together.
just gonna do
A
everything.
mini version or something.
Yeah.
That's
But
why
I always
came.
say it's like,
That's why I fucking came. Get all
what I
mad.
always say is like, this podcast
Throws
is,
everything.
is for you.
Deletes video.
Format camera. Like,
This podcast is for you and for your
Yeah.
your listeners to get to know you a little better, and then we'll bring you back for a round 2, and we'll
Cool.
just fuck around a lot more and do comadreando.
hell yeah. I'm excited.
Little
That's-
announcement though.
That's what next year is for.
And
Oh
he's
yeah,
starting
little
his own
announcement. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You
go
wanna-
ahead.
I'm saying
Did
it?
you want to
Oh,
drop it?
okay,
Did you
cool.
wanna-
Elaborate?
I
I
don't know
was
when
like-
you're dropping it, so like I also didn't want to.
No, I had asked him if
Yeah,
it was
oh,
okay.
okay.
We talked
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. I'm starting a podcast. It's called Andy Asks. So just stay tuned. Go follow my Instagram. I'll be sharing it on there. And yeah. So I am trying, like, if I do this podcast, I'm trying to have each one like separate. Like I already asked the IE guys, and I'm trying to have each one of them like have their own moment.
Each person.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, we'll see.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah. Can't wait to tune in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
Oh yeah. Well, stay tuned for the first episode for Mario.
Yeah, I'll be on.
Hey.
Do you know when you're dropping or?
I'm hoping by the time this one comes out. So
Okay.
yeah, maybe first week or the next week after that. So
Do you have like
Today.
Yeah.
today, right now,
Every Tuesday.
every Tuesday at 5 a.m.
Martes con Andy.
Everyone's like, "Wait, what?" No, I think that's the hardest part to be like, when should I post?
Yeah,
Because you
that's
guys post at like, so I go to work in at like 6 in the morning or 5 in the morning, and I start driving.
I see.
I'm like,
I've always wondered who that is.
yeah, dude, it's me. Because I'm like there at 5 in the morning. I'm like, oh, cool, they posted
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna start listening to it on my drive home.
So
or
so
drive to
spot, so
work.
our distributor takes a while for it to actually post onto the platforms. So I make it drop like at 4 in the morning.
Got it. Okay.
So it's actually up by 5. And it's funny because I always ask people, I was like, we have listeners. There's always like 5 listens by like 6 a.m. when I wake up. And I'm like, who the fuck is listening to this shit? It's
That
been up for
early.
an hour.
What's up?
Yeah.
That's me.
Well, there's 1 of 5.
Yeah, there's 1 to 5.
I'm the first
If
like.
you're if you're 2 of 5, let us know.
I think the other one is our comadre because she's up
Yeah,
early
she's
for
up
sure.
early.
I'm the
Yeah.
first like. What's up,
Yeah,
guys?
for real. But other than the podcast, congratulations for all your success and everything
Thank
that
you.
you've have accomplished throughout these years. And I know we could have gotten a lot deeper, but it was fun.
It's all right. We
It
had
was
fun. Yeah.
yeah.
That just
And
calls
everything.
for another-
Yeah,
another
calls for another
episode.
pod, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you in the pod. Of course, I know you're gonna be super successful. I know I don't think
Putting Yuma on the map.
Yeah, everyone that I follow, at least I know that you follow.
Yeah.
or
Vice
it's vice versa. It's crazy.
Sorry, just sorry to interrupt you,
No,
but
you're
you
good.
know how you said put Yuma on the map? You know what gets me pissed off?
Yeah.
There's already someone super famous from Yuma, and no one really knows he's from Yuma. Have you guys watched Stranger Things?
Yeah.
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 You know the guy with the long hair?
The main guy?
No. He's like the guy, the pizza guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's from Yuma.
Really?
Eduardo. Yeah,
Oh.
Eduardo. So shout out to you, but whatever.
Well,
No.
Andy's putting
Yeah.
Yuma on the map.
Yeah, what's
not
up,
you,
homie?
Yeah.
Eduardo.
Beef with me.
I don't even know Eduardo. Well, actually, Jesus is Bully E. His name is Eduardo.
Wait, you're a bully or you bullied him?
The one he's trying to find.
Yeah, the
He
receiver.
bullied him.
Yeah, the receiver.
Oh, wow.
The receiver of the bullying.
Let's fuck him up.
No,
butt
Jesus
crack. No,
bullied him.
Oh, that's fucked up. Hey, Eduardo, I'm so sorry, guy. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
If he listens.
It's just my little beef, my internal beef.
I'm scared to meet him because he might kill me. I don't know.
He's
We'll
gonna be
see.
fucking. It's probably The Rock.
You
For
know
real.
how
I
find out-
always think about that.
he fucking
What's
does,
up, Jesus?
He does MMA and shit.
Yeah.
He's
He's been training his
He
whole
has
life.
cauliflower ear. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Give him give me his last name. I'll find them right now.
Yeah.
FBI.
My name is Jeff.
My name's Jim.
He's been training just for you his
Yeah.
whole life. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. But anything else you want to leave the listeners with?
Where can we find you?
Where can we find you?
Just my name, Andy Canchola.
Find me in
Everywhere.
Yuma.
Find me in Yuma if you can say what's up. I'm usually at the bars,
Yeah.
Or at the movie theater.
at the movie theater.
The 2 movie theaters and the 1 barn.
Yeah, but no, dude, just thank you very much for having me, you guys. It's been lots of fun. Thank you for the hospitality. I got here early, so thank you very
Anytime.
much.
Yeah.
You got me chips and beer and
We're gonna get
got me
tacos right
drunk.
now. Yeah,
Got me buzzed, not drunk. You know, we might go for tacos later. So
we are.
We
Thank
will
you.
go for
we
tacos
go.
later.
There you go. We will. So
We
thank
could
you very
only
much.
do buzz because you're driving.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah. Shh.
can't get
Yeah.
drunk. No, well, that's
Buzz
why
driving is drunk
you
driving.
won't
Okay.
be you won't be buzzed by then.
Oh, I know. So thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate all of you guys.
No, we appreciate
thanks
the
for coming.
love right back at you. And we can't wait. I really can't wait to tune in. I really do need another podcast to
Yeah.
listen to. I feel like by the time Thursday rolls around, I'm like, I went through them all.
I know. And then next time I come, you guys are gonna have a new studio. You guys are gonna have a bunch of cool guests.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Multiple cameras.
Yeah, we're gonna have hella angles, mad sponsors, Blue Chew, Manscaped, all of them.
A dick camera for Geezus.
Yeah,
Just because
yeah.
it's there.
Just because it's there. Just because we can.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because we fucking can. That's the goal.
We're gonna have a beer person too.
We
'cause
are.
I'm tired of getting.
We
out.
do need a beer
We
bitch.
do.
Yeah.
Hey, hiring $30 an hour. Vive con Huevos beer person.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa.
But that's
30 pesos
that's
an hour.
on that's on credit though. You know, we'll pay you one day.
Like one day, yeah.
But Jesus, do you have anything for the listeners today?
No, I wasn't
Jesus
prepared. I thought Jesus.
I don't
quotes
get
us-
anything.
Talk and
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's usually talk and talks. I always just like asking
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
But again, Andy, can't stress enough. Thank you so much. Thank you
you
for
so
being
much.
so supportive these past few months. I really cannot wait to see what the future holds for you and your lovely wife, because I know she puts in a lot of work as well.
She also has a podcast.
She does.
Listen to her
Yeah,
podcast.
we'll plug it
Shout
into.
out.
Yeah.
But don't forget to like, share, and share this one. I'm already slurring. Like and
Like
share this podcast. Tell everyone. Yeah, watch the videos for sure. I know he puts in a lot of work. Everyone does put it in a lot of work for this podcast. So make sure you tell everyone. Vive con Huevos forever. So yeah, thank you guys.
Appreciate that.
Huevos forever.
Damn. And guys, thank you so much for being with the being and sticking with us for this past year. I know I get a little super cheesy on here and it gets a little annoying, but whatever. It's my podcast.
It's okay. You have permission because it's the 1 year.
Yeah. So
How do you feel?
I feel proud of us. I really didn't. I didn't know how it was gonna go. I didn't even know if it was gonna get past like 5 episodes. And the first few ones were a little cringe and a little too deep. So that's where a lot of the evolution kind of happened. But I'm really proud. Jesus Christ.
Proud.
I'm slurring my words.
Those two tequila shots.
Yeah. Now I'm very proud of the team and how far we've come and the things that we've accomplished and the people who we've been able to meet throughout the entire process.
Yeah.
And I know I get a little desesperado and I just want the results now. Like, I want it now. Yeah.
You're like Sharpay. You want it all.
Yeah. And I kind of tend to forget to kind of slow down and enjoy the moment. And I'm trying to embrace it now. Yeah. Now I'm just like, you know what? We are where we're supposed to be. We're meeting who we're supposed to meet, and things will come eventually.
Agreed.
So,
I'm really proud of the consistency.
Yeah.
I feel
Oh, for sure.
It's 45 episodes, but there's only 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah. But, we've only missed a few, and a lot of the episodes
We're
have been
doubled. Yeah,
part
like
1, part
half.
2.
That's what
yeah.
I was getting at.
Yeah.
Is that I feel like there was a lot of consistency behind it that I think at the beginning we were like, is it too much? Is it like, should we do more? But I think it was like,
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah, no. And I can't stress from the bottom of my heart, Jesus, thank you so much for the stands. That wasn't expecting that. Kind of
Welcome.
low-key made me cry. And baby, thank you so much for decorating the house and for sticking with my madness for a year, because I know I can get a little crazy and demanding.
I have
But,
no choice.
yeah.
I'm thinking.
What's the
Help me. The Morse code.
We're just joking, by the way. But anyways, guys, before we start linging and I start getting more deep, deep. Appreciate you guys. Y como siempre, live your best life. Fight your fears. At the end of the day, the only thing that you regret are the things that you did not do. So viven con huevos, guys. We out of here. We got TikToks to film. We love you. Peace.
Peace. Live with eggs.
I love Jesus.